is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Nice strong beginning. Welcome to DBL. It's Monday, November 16th. I am Tori here with my pals, Al and Lindsay.
Hey.
Good to see you both.
What's going on?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. That's right. We're going to begin today with some good news.
What?
Yes, some really good news. I'm so excited. Drug company, we're just going to scroll that prompter as it goes. There we go. Drug company Moderna, says its coronavirus vaccine is over 94% effective. This is the second potential vaccine with a very high success rate, and it can't come soon enough. So here's what Dr. Fauci said about it this morning on the Today Show.
The vaccines are effective. We want to get it approved as quickly as we possibly can. We want to get doses to people starting in December, and then we want to really get the ball rolling as we get into January, February, and March. But the fact that help is on the way should spur us even more to double down on some of the public health measures, to be able to use the combination of a vaccine and public health measures to turn this thing around.
The measures. I love the measures. So DBL Nation, we want to know what you think of this news. Will you be getting the new vaccine? Yes or no? Go to dblvote.com right now, and as we're talking, you can vote, and it'll show up right here. Yes or no, would you take the vaccine? Al, you studied biology at Brown. You seem well knowledgeable about this. What is a...
Or knowledgeable.
Or knowledgeable. I knew he was going to say that. I was like, dang it.
You seem to have the knowledge on top of everything.
Will you be taking the vaccine?
I have 2 words for you, both of you guys. Dr. Coley. Dr. Coley tells me it's good to go. I will be getting the vaccine. I'm not saying her word is gospel for our viewers to save us from any legal things, but that's how I'm going to proceed. But I am kind of sad about this whole hearing about the vaccine from Moderna, because I sold Moderna stock about 4 months ago because I was like, this isn't going anywhere. Foresight. That's why I'm on the show.
That's what we have him. Lindsay, you have the vaccine option to take it in December, January. Are you taking it? Are you going to wait?
I think I'll wait because I'm not one of those people that are high on the risk list, right? So you want to make sure that all elderly people have it. They said it'll be available for everyone starting around April. And so I think that based on those projections, I'll wait until the time that everybody else who's not on the urgent list would take it. But I think this sigh of relief that we have something coming is something that we all need, because I read articles about how people are really looking for some kind of positive news in all this. We're constantly even talking to each other about how we don't want to bombard everybody with negativity. The world's coming to an end, and it feels like we're back in March again. So this is like a positive light as opposed to when we were in March.
A light at the end of the tunnel.
Will you take it?
I will. Again, if doctors I trust say yes, like Dr. Coley, Dr. Fauci, yes, but I want those emergency responders, the first line responders, to get it first. I really do. Let's see what our audience says. Wow, really split almost. 58% say yes, so a slight majority say they would. Interesting, but it's still right on the edge there. Well, speaking of the holidays and moving along, coming up in December, January, a lot of you are wondering, what is it going to look like this year? Well, the coronavirus cases are surging, with more than 1 million new cases over the past 6 days, which has some rethinking their holiday plans. Now, take a look at the governor of Washington State, Jay Inslee, just issued new restrictions and gatherings in business. Indoor gatherings are now prohibited outside of your own household unless folks quarantine for 14 days prior to the event. Meantime, check out some of the new safety protocols being rolled out to keep visits with Santa safe. Santa's going to be wearing a face shield, and there's also going to be a plexiglass barrier. Is this going to really be hard for kids? Would your kids, do they go see Santa? Does Elijah go see Santa?
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't know kids. Okay.
Why not? And yes, it will. I don't want to go see jail Santa, Lindsay.
You think it's jail Santa?
It's jail Santa. It's very weird. I don't want to go see jail Santa. I don't want my kids getting used to talking to people that they need stuff from through plexiglass.
Well, I like a virtual Santa, though. What's wrong with that? Like getting on Zoom, talking to Santa.
You know, like all of our childhood memories. No one wants that, Lindsay. What do you think? You're such a glasses half full.
I'm just saying.
Lindsay, would you want that as a kid? What little
Not
Lindsay
in particular, but I would want a Toys R Us magazine to circle all the things that I would like to give to my parents. That doesn't change.
Oh, well, Toys R Us closed 19 years ago, so that's... it's all bad news this morning.
Do you think, be honest, do you think it's worse to have jail Santa, as you put it, behind plexiglass, or to have no Santa at all?
It seems like every picture you see of people's kids on Santa's lap, they're always hysterically crying. Are we sure the kids want this? Do you see any picture of a kid sitting calmly on Santa's lap? They're always crying.
I'm Jewish. I never did. I didn't know. I don't know.
I think a lot of people, though, are struggling. Like, I read an article in the LA Times about, like, seasonal depression and depression and loneliness because everyone's telling everybody we cannot see our family. Even immediate family that might live in your same city, it's like stay within your household. So a lot of people are looking for some way to connect, and we've been on Zoom all year.
And that
so,
way
like,
to connect
Zooming,
is fire extinguisher Santa, just break
I'm just saying,
glass?
in
No.
person, you could just be far away, like, hey, Santa. You could see
It doesn't
him.
have the same kind of feeling. But
Let me tell you, when I went to New York, I went to my grandmother's front yard, and I was all the way in the street, and she was at her front door, and I'm like, hey, Grandma, and she threw a mask at me, and we hung out, but that felt like, at least I saw my grandmother this year. And I don't know, maybe that's going to give some solace to some people.
I hope so. Let us know what you guys think. A lot of people seem like some of you writing in no, straight no.
Okay, I'm the only one for this.
No, let us know if you would also enjoy.
I would rather go see Lindsay's grandmother.
I would too.
I'm down with that for
well,
real.
Grandma Ida, you got some visitors.
I love Grandma Ida. She doesn't know who I am. All right, we're going to take a turn here. So I do realize we're switching gears. So take a breath. This next story, it's a really difficult topic, but it is something we feel is very important to talk about. Millions of kids have grown up learning about the outdoors from the Boy Scouts, but today is the deadline to file claims of sexual abuse against the organization, and they're flooding in. So already, more than, get this, 82,000 people have come forward with claims of abuse by Scout leaders. The accusers range in age from 8 years old all the way up to 93 years old. This is all part of the organization's bankruptcy filing and trying to figure out a victims' compensation fund. Now, in a statement, the Boy Scouts of America said they were devastated by the number of lives impacted. They described it as gut-wrenching and said, quote, "We are deeply sorry." Now, before we get into all this, many of you grew up with the Boy Scouts having a wonderful learning about honor, about building your
Don't clean this up, Tori.
I want to make sure some people had it. I really want to make sure. Yes, because it's not everybody. But for those 82,000, this was a dirty, dirty organization.
For that small handful of 82,000?
Millions of kids. It started in 1910.
My question is this for both of you guys. At what point do you not say that this was a child sex trafficking ring and not leave the Boy Scouts out just because you're making campfires along with child sex trafficking? Does that make it better? It seems like if an alien landed and you said there are 82,000 cases of abuses against children, the alien wouldn't be like, well, what was their overall organizational model? This is an attack on children under the guise of camping and growing. Am I crazy with this?
I mean, you have to remember all the people that didn't speak out. So you have 82,000 people that spoke out, but then there's a history of sexual assault or any abuse survivors not speaking because of embarrassment, shame, and all these kind of things. So I think there is probably a larger number, I would estimate. And also, I think about, I'm not a parent, Al, you are, so you send your kids to these organizations and places to grow and learn. This is devastating to even have one case or incident like this when this is a trusted place. I was in Girl Scouts my whole life. I know it's not the same organization, but I know my mom trusted me to go away with these people and camp and do things. And so 82,000, like Al said, plus the people who probably didn't come forward is a huge number, and it's really a disgrace.
I mean, Tori, have you done anything in your life 82,000 times?
No, but I will say this. I just want to give some historical context. The Boy Scouts were started in 1910 by a congressional act, and it was to bring honor and integrity to boys in a new generation of American boys. So from 1910 to 2020, you have millions of kids who've gone through there that have had no problem. And for them, this dilutes their experience too, because it was all about honor. And this just puts an enormous cloud. I agree with both of you. I just feel bad for both people, the people that went there and tried to do good, and now it's completely tarnished, and anybody that had to experience that pain.
I just don't understand why they're just allowed to say, we're sorry. Like,
well, they're
I
going to
think
say sorry
if we made a public example of the people at the top of these kinds of things, we would see a lot less of this. But because they just allowed to issue a, hey, my bad on that one, bro. Sorry about the 82,000 lives that we ended. Like, the fact that they're allowed to get away with that.
They aren't.
If you start, what's going to happen? Do we have any names or faces?
I believe they're going to be bankrupt.
I think Al's insinuating jail time.
Yeah, insinuate, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he because money doesn't take away some of that, yeah.
I do hear that. And again, there's problems with when you basically have when you can't sue because it's not enough time has been statute of limitation, excuse me. But they are extending it 1 year for this entire thing because I think it's going to have a Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I don't think it can survive.
Again, we're back to talking money, and that's the crux of the story. That's why you're bringing it up. But I think They should go way past money. Jail is a deterrent. Trust me.
Interesting. And I'm just hearing from the booth. They are actually right now in Chapter 11. Let us know what you think. It's a really difficult topic, but something we want to get out there, to discuss, to have open discussions about it with family members as well. Coming up on DBL, she's a fitness fanatic who's proving it's never too late to take control of your health and change your life.
Wow. Look at her back.
Wow. Inspirational story in our series, Strong Women Inside and Out. And it's a scene you'd expect to see in a kung fu movie or wrestling match, but not in real life. Why a man bravely put his skills to the test, coming up next. Welcome back to DBL. We've got a couple of crime stories that are making headlines right now. First up, a Good Samaritan using his martial arts skills. Look at this video. He stopped an attempted kidnapping in New York, literally as it was happening. The whole thing was caught on camera. The suspect was allegedly trying to kidnap a baby out of its stroller. I'm not kidding. But the Good Samaritan pinned the man down and kept him there for 15 minutes. Do you know how long 1 minute is? The suspect was taken to a hospital by authorities for possible mental health issues. You pray someone like that is walking next to you if something like this happens, right?
Yeah. It was jiu-jitsu. It was a rear naked chokehold. I watched UFC this weekend.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
What's it called?
A rear naked chokehold.
Why does it have to say naked in it?
I think it's because the person can't get their arms up to pull your arms away.
I see.
I think so.
Okay, well said.
I felt like karate.
You don't know karate.
No, I feel
what
like
year is this? Like karate anymore?
I felt like karate, jiu-jitsu, all these things that were available to me as a child. Obviously, I'm 110 years old. I didn't know they ever were used. I've never seen them used on the street. This is
no
amazing.
one uses karate's not a real thing. Can we be honest?
What? There are people who are black belts.
Yeah, but do you ever see them in the UFC? No, they tried that and they got mopped up.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just insulted an enormous amount of people.
Karate is not a discipline that works.
Wow. Okay, wait a minute.
Find a UFC person that's in karate and I will quit the show today.
Oh, please write in. Up next, we've got a story about a suspected porch pirate who maybe made a mistake. Police were on the hunt for this guy, seen in surveillance video. Okay, he took packages off a couple porches in South Carolina. This is allegedly. But then police arrested him after he appeared in a courtroom the next day wearing the same shirt. Here's a side-by-side. You can see, probably not the best idea. I've heard of crimes, I do a lot of true crime following, that the guy wore the sneakers or the shoes that he did the killing in with like the blood on it still to the courtroom. I mean, stupidity reigns.
I think human beings are habitual. I think you just do the same kind of thing. And I think this is actually a brilliant defense. Lindsay, hear me out. You go, why were you stealing? I'm broke. Well, prove it. I'm wearing the same shirt I was in the video.
Al, the problem is even if you're broke, you still can't steal. It's illegal.
He's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
He lost at this point. We're not trying for a full acquittal here. We're just trying to get a couple of months knocked off here.
A couple months knocked off. All right, that's fair. Oh my gosh, it's just silly. Think about it. Think about maybe changing.
Yeah, come on. Also, a T-shirt is like something you can wash daily if you wear it. It's not something that you want to rotate like jeans. No, it's more than one. He's robbing the Porch pilots. Whatever he's robbing Porches, there's T-shirts in those boxes.
There's Amazon packages, I'm sure.
But it's hard. You don't know what's in the package.
Don't feel bad for him. Coming up on DBL, a little Monday motivation. A fitness champ is proven, yeah, you're never too old to change your life for the better. Her incredible story next in our series, Strong Women Inside and Out. Welcome back to DBL. All this month, we've introduced you to women who show us what it means to be strong inside and out. Well, meet Joan, who's proving it is never too late to start chasing a better life.
My name is Joan McDonald, and I'm 74 years old. I'm a fitness influencer. Before I started on my journey, I was feeling pretty down in the dumps. I did not like any pictures of myself. Oh, I had happy moments, but my life was not a happy one. I went to the doctors and my 6-monthly checkup. I had kidney failure earlier. I had to keep going to make sure that everything was all right, not going downhill. I wanted to get off the drugs. Michelle is my daughter, and she is a certified coach, trainer, chef. She gave me a challenge. She told me, if you want to get better, I can make you better if you will join my group, but you've got to listen to everything I say. You got to do that. Can you do it?
Almost finished. 3 more.
When I first started out, I was using some machines. They had to see what I could handle. The video that went viral.
down. You got it, girl. Up, down.
They just kept adding on small weights.
5. Nice. 4. Nice and tight.
And you're not thinking, okay, that's 5 pounds here, 10 pounds there, and you've got 2 sides, plus the bar. And when I finished the last one, I said, how much weight was that? That was heavy. Oh, 215 pounds. I'm going,
Last one, big and kill it. Woo! 200 pounds.
what are you trying to kill me? But I did it to keep motivated. Michelle had made us all take photos of what we looked like. I had a hard time finding a bathing suit big enough for me. We had to take the photo and we had to have the measurements. Didn't matter what the scale said. If I'm losing inches, there's something I'm doing right. I'm just about at 70 pounds off now, but I've changed my shape so much. I have to feel really good about that because people have told me that they are now drug-free. I'm going, see, it's not true. Women over 40 have to be drugged. Why would you put them on that when there's an alternative, which is a healthy lifestyle? Actually, there's several times that I felt I'd either like to give up or just mosey along at my own pace. Thing is, there are other people relying on me and I feel obligated for them, and it keeps me accountable towards my health. So I guess I better stick with what I've got right now. My advice to anyone who thinks they could start this journey is to make sure that you believe that you can do it. You can't shy away from the hard work. A strong woman is one who can get through a crisis without falling apart. When you're called upon to be strong for other people, you can. It's happened many times in my life with my family because I'm always there, always willing to lend a hand. They rely on me. And so you just stick it out. I've had people say, what are you wearing lipstick for? What do you got makeup on? Were you wearing your pajamas to the gym? Just ignore them. They're jealous that you're going to get more comments about how well you're doing than you are negativity, and you're going to feel a lot better. For taking your life in your hands.
Wow. If you want to keep up with Joan's fitness journey, you can find her on Instagram at Train with Joan. What an inspiration. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. The clock is ticking for open enrollment, and now is the time to make any changes to your health care plan. We know it's overwhelming, so we're sharing 3 tips to make it less stressful in today's DBL Health Alert presented by Health Markets. First, look at the total cost of the plan, not just the premiums. It's tempting to pick the plan that costs the least every month, but you need to look at the policies as a whole. Second, use the filter function. Usually you'll be presented with way too many plans, but that filter tool will help you weed options out. And third, don't wait until the last minute. If you've been putting off open enrollment, do it now. You know who you are. Give yourself enough time to compare plans and ask questions. When it comes to your health, we've made it easy to find the best and most cost-effective Medicare Advantage plan. Just call 1-800-800-9974. That should help clear up, and you can call and get some information. I got a very special text message from someone who works here named Michael Better, and he wrote to me and said, "Thank you for saying what you said about the Boy Scouts. I'm an Eagle Scout, and it used to be something I was proud of and a great honor, but now I mostly keep it to myself because of how terrible the organization is. And there's millions of people out there that struggled and worked and made them their way all the way up, and now they feel tarnished."
Well, that's the real crime, is the people that committed them stroll away, and the people that were proud of this organization are left to pick up the pieces.
Absolutely. We're proud of you, Michael Better. DBL is
Love
new
you, man.
every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Go Karate!
Talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Positive news today on another COVID-19 vaccine, but will we see any major changes with the virus in time for Christmas? Meet a 74-year-old woman who's defying fitness expectations.
Last one, big and kill it. Woo! 200 pounds.
How age isn't stopping her from becoming an inspiration in the gym. Demi Lovato hosts the People's Choice Awards and pokes fun at her short-lived relationship.
I binged 7 seasons of Pretty Little Liars, got unengaged.
Plus, Ellen gets an award despite that major scandal this year.
I cannot tell you how grateful I am.
And psychic absolutely blows our minds. Now I'm like, what else do you see? What else is happening?
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Monday, November 16th. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Al.
Hey.
We're a little Christmassy today. I'm digging it.
I like it. It's kind of, it's very pumpkin spice latte season right now.
Ooh, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Did you put up your Christmas decorations?
We did. And before we get to Erica, I just have to say you're my inspiration, because all this time that I've known Jeff, I used to razz you and say, how can you put up your Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving? I've now joined that train.
Welcome.
Especially in 2020.
Yeah.
Just put a little.
You need something to look forward to.
Just put a little smile on your face and pop those lights up.
Definitely aboard that train. Erica joining us from home. Hey, E, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I didn't get the Christmas memo. I'm behind.
Yeah. Get on that train, girl. It's leaving the station. Okay, so we're going to begin today with some really good news. Drug company Moderna says its coronavirus vaccine is over 94% effective. This is the second potential vaccine with a very high success rate, and it can't come soon enough, because here's what Dr. Fauci said about it this morning on the Today Show.
The vaccines are effective. We want to get it approved as quickly as we possibly can. We want to get doses to people starting in December, and then we want to really get the ball rolling as we get into January, February, and March. But the fact that help is on the way should spur us even more to double down on some of the public health measures, to be able to use the combination of a vaccine and public health measures to turn this thing around.
So DBL Nation, we got to hear from you. Will you be getting the new vaccine, yes or no? Go to dblvote.com to tell us what you think. You know, Al, I would only hope that people are going to say, okay, we're in the home stretch. We got to be hyper vigilant. But I'm afraid, number one, some people still don't wear masks. So why are they going to all of a sudden be vigilant when they know a vaccine is coming? I'm afraid it's going to do the opposite. People feeling more comfortable that we have this under control when our hospitals are getting overwhelmed at the moment and cases are on the rise.
Well, I would just say it's up to the individual. If you're a person that hasn't been wearing masks up until today, you're probably not going to put a mask on, Sam. If you're a person that hasn't been following what physicians that are of note have been saying about this, you're probably not going to take the vaccine, and that's your choice. But we also have a choice sitting here, and the people we know have a choice, and that's if you believe that you're getting credible medical information, if you believe that masks are the way to go, double up, do both those things to prevent getting sick. And I feel like it might not be perfect. It's the best we got, Jeff.
But I think that's the road back to normalcy, right? What you're saying. But I think a lot of people, first of all, are scared to take the vaccine because they don't know about the side effects. I did a little bit of research. Again, I would trust in Dr. Coley and ask her. But I heard you get like headaches after the vaccine. There is some side effects that you don't even have those effects if you go through coronavirus for some people. I'm just taking the opposite side of the coin here. But I think that's what people are worried about. One, the side effects from this vaccine and the long-term effects to their body. So it's going to be a process.
Okay, and Erica, a lot of people are wondering, well, first, let me look at the megaphone. 55% say you would take the vaccine. So, Erica, a lot of people are wondering what the holidays are going to look like this year. Coronavirus cases are surging with more than 1 million new cases over the past 6 days, which has some rethinking their holiday plans. The governor of Washington State, Jay Inslee, just issued new restrictions in gatherings on businesses. Indoor gatherings are prohibited outside of your own household, unless folks quarantine for 14 days prior to that event. And meantime, check out some of the new safety protocols being rolled out. Look at that. To keep visits with Santa safe for everyone. Santa is wearing a face shield. There's also a plexiglass barrier. Erica, if a year ago I would have shown you those images, you would not have believed me, of like Santa behind a plexiglass with a visor on. You would have thought I was making it up.
Yeah, how things can change in a year. To be real about it, I had a conversation with my mom last night. We had already made the decision not to come home because if we come home, you guys know how it goes. Then everybody comes home, and it's just makes the risk that much greater. But my parents had made alternate plans, which my mom called me to tell me that she was no longer going to do, because as you know, my dad owns a funeral home. He is a funeral director, and the surge in cases just this past week alone, all due to corona, for him has been astronomical.
Wow.
So I think that was a very sobering reality, that we cannot just act like this thing is under control, because we are seeing the effects, unfortunately, in very real time.
Wow, that is a very sobering story, Erica. And Jeff, what have you thought, not to dismiss or even negate from what Erica just said, the seriousness of that moment and her dad's story, but a lot of families are just considering how to have some sort of normalcy with Christmas and the holidays. Have you thought about seeing Santa behind a plexiglass?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds weird, right? It sounds absurd. But at the same time, in 10 years, when you look back at this photo, and hopefully things are back to normal at that time, you're like, that's 2020, right? So that sums up, it's a sign of the times, and it's a sign of the year that we went through. So I don't think it's that weird. I think kids are kind of getting used to it now, and if that's what we have to do now to kind of keep that tradition alive, then we have to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so we're going to take a turn here, and this next story is very difficult. It's very difficult to talk about, but it is important to talk about. So millions of kids have grown up learning about the outdoors from the Boy Scouts, but today is the deadline to file claims of sexual abuse against the organization. And let me tell you, they are flooding in. Already more than 82,000 people have come forward with claims of abuse by Scout leaders. The accusers range in age from 8 all the way up to 93. This is all part of the organization's bankruptcy filing and trying to figure out a victims' compensation fund. So in a statement, the Boy Scouts of America said they were devastated by the number of lives impacted. They described it as gut-wrenching and said, quote, "We are deeply sorry."
Oh, okay. Well, they're sorry, so we're good, right? I mean, look, Sam, we're going to bring in accountants and lawyers to divvy up funds and figure out who gets what. But I think that's so interesting, that's so strange how human beings approach a catastrophic situation like this in which 82,000 young people's lives were changed forever. Why don't we figure out how this happened? How does it go where 82,000 children have had their lives permanently altered or ended? How many will go on to offend, to kill themselves because of this? And everybody's like, well, let's just figure out what to pay them. How does this happen, Jeff? Because I don't think this is the Boy Scouts. I think this is a child sex trafficking ring parading as any organization.
Well, before you jump in, I just want to correct you. To your point, 82,000, I guarantee you, is a fraction of those victims.
The tip of the iceberg,
right,
Sam.
and not to mention all the family members that were shattered, and their households completely will never be the same again. So
the guilt that the parent would walk around with.
And I am too, and just again, I'm going to just take the theme of going on the other side of this one. What about all the families that really helped them, that the Boy Scouts was an honest thing, it was legit, they were no, quote unquote funny business, whatever was going on, and it really excelled them as human beings? What about all the millions of people that went through the Boy Scouts that it helped?
Yeah,
Erica, jump in here, because I know that you were a Girl Scout. Not that the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts are the same organization, but what do you make of this? I think that just quickly, I think that the Boy Scouts should have been shut down a long time ago, knowing how rampant these sexual accusations were back then. Let's not pretend that we didn't know back then what we know now.
Right. I mean, I grew up scouting. I have a lot of friends who went on, to become Eagle Scouts in the Boy Scout sector. It was something that was considered of privilege and honor. What we aren't talking about is the fact that for generations, we have had people who we know nothing about showing leadership in their own homes, in intimate spaces where there was no accountability, there was no overseer. And when you have that big of an organization with no overseeing in that capacity, then you're bound to have predators that get through. And now in the future, we know every single trails, like for trails or you getting your background information needs to be done. Criminal records need to be pulled before you ever allow anyone in any capacity with your children.
Yeah,
absolutely sickening. Erica, do not go away. Coming up on DBL, we are reliving the moment when celebrity medium Matt Fraser sent chills down Erica's spine with his psychic visions. Plus, she's a fitness fanatic who's proving it's never too late to take control of your health and change your life. Her inspirational story in our series, Strong Women Inside and Out. And it's a scene you'd expect to see in a kung fu movie or a wrestling match, but not in real life. Why a man bravely put his skills to the test guest. That's coming up next. Welcome back to DBL. We've got a couple of crime stories that are making headlines right now. So first up, a good Samaritan used his martial arts skills to stop an attempted kidnapping in New York. The whole thing's caught on camera. The suspect allegedly tried to kidnap a baby out of a stroller, but the good Samaritan pinned the man down, kept him there for about 15 minutes. The suspect was then taken to a hospital by authorities for possible mental health issues. Wow. If anybody tried to attempt, because I still put Miles in a stroller, my youngest child. I can't even imagine if somebody tried to take my child from the stroller. I think I would. I don't know what I would do.
If I heard that somebody tried to kidnap either one of your children, Sam, my first question, Jeff, would be, is that person okay? That I would be worried about them because Sam you are a mother tigress. You would pounce on that person.
And I feel bad because listen, this guy has mental health issues, but still, you can't go take a child from someone's.
Course not.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been taking the other side all morning. Not on this one.
Not on the baby kidnap.
Not on stealing babies.
But do it for the show.
I think they need to, at some level, train police in some kind of martial arts or jiu-jitsu skills because there is a lot of submission holds that doesn't necessarily hurt that person. It just submits them.
But if I disagree because think about the knee on the neck. We saw that with George Floyd.
That's not a move. Right?
I know it's not a move, but I just worry about the slippery slope. I appreciate that you want them to know exactly what to do to pin someone down and not.
I think he's talking about arm bars and stuff like that.
Just educate yourself. That was just a rear naked choke that guy took, and it's a simple. If you start jiu-jitsu, that's one of the first things that you learn. I think police need to be more diverse in how they subdue somebody, right? And I understand the other side to that.
No,
with
but you're right.
Floyd.
If they could be trained exactly like that to have non-lethal moves, then that would be the best case scenario.
Just a thought. Maybe I did take the other side on that one too.
No. Up next, we've got a story about a suspected porch pirate who maybe made a big mistake. This is hilarious. Police were on the hunt for this guy. Seen in a surveillance video, he allegedly took packages off a couple porches in South Carolina. Okay, look at him, okay? But then police arrested him after he appeared in a courtroom the next day wearing the same shirt. Yeah, here's a side-by-side so you can see. Probably not the best idea. So apparently, I know, Erica, this was all over Facebook, and the local police department were notified of that picture the day before. When they saw him go into the court, they immediately were like, wait, why does he look so familiar? And then they realized and they connected the dots.
Yeah, criminals are not necessarily the sharpest tools in the shed, okay? We all know about my break-in experience. This dude was like, nah, I didn't do it. So a week before court, I'm like, why do I have to go into court? Like, the man is on camera, like in 8 different angles. Why is he saying he didn't do it? So we put together a whole clip of like from start to finish when he was like in and out of my property.
Wow.
And the next day I got a call from the DA that was like, yeah, we don't have to go to court. Like, whatever.
Right.
What is wrong?
Erica, you should have played the Shaggy "It Wasn't Me" over that footage, like, because he's like, I know you got me on camera, but it wasn't me.
You just quoted Shaggy.
Hey, don't take shots at the king.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. For psychic medium Matt Fraser, connecting to the supernatural world is just another normal day. Well, earlier, Tori and Erica spoke to Matt, who had some messages from the other side.
Your father, he just showed me his writing. Shut the hell up. You had his writing tattooed on you?
Yes. Matt Fraser, welcome to DBL. I really want you to explain that for like a kindergartner. How does that work for you specifically?
Did you lose your husband as well?
My second husband, yes.
How many husbands did you have?
My third.
God bless. You know, I really don't know how it works. All I know is that I see and hear dead people. I grew up having this gift. It was something that actually ran in the family. My grandmother was a medium who passed it on to my mom and then in turn passed it on to me.
Well, I am a believer. So who's the most surprising deceased person who's appeared to you?
Well, the most surprising, I would have to say, is Joan Rivers. I remember that someone came to me for a private reading, can't say who because I know it is confidential, but they came to me and all of a sudden I was seeing Joan Rivers. And I gotta tell you, I was starstruck. The moment that she came through in the reading, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was like meeting her in real life, just in the afterlife. And that's how our loved ones come through. You know, when I see them, I see our loved ones in spirit without illness, without being upset, without the illness that they had here in the physical world, but they do carry their personality.
That's what you want with Joan Rivers. Matt, we have to know, can you now see anyone around us now, like right now?
Absolutely. So the moment that I'm connecting with you, right away with Erica, her grandmother's right behind her.
We talked about it. Oh my God, that's so weird.
The moment I'm connecting, her grandmother's right there, so strong around you, so very proud, and your grandmother was like the glue. Like, she held everybody together here in this world. And more importantly, she was so obsessed with you when she was here in this world. She was literally like your mother. She shows me her being spending morning times with you, and she used to be obsessed with your hair because she's standing behind you and she's touching your hair when I'm connected.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
Yes. Okay. So what's going? I mean, now I'm like, what else do you see? What else is happening?
Well, first of all, your grandmother's stepping forward because this was a woman who had suffered before her passing. She's telling me when I'm connecting with her that it was really hard for her to leave this world because there were so many things that were going on with her medically. First of all, when I'm connecting with them, Spirit will put me back in their body and show me what they had gone through. And when I'm connecting with your grandmother, she was telling me there was issues with her breathing and there was issues with her lungs before she had passed. And she tells me that at the end, it's like she was in a coma. She tells me she really couldn't speak and she really couldn't talk. She says, and I never got to tell her goodbye. She says, I never got to tell her how much that I loved her. Yes, it was implied, but your grandmother wishes that she had those final moments with you to let you know how much she truly cared about you.
Erica. We always knew. We always, and she appears often, so.
She's always in this room.
Thank you.
And here's the thing, Erica, as well, is that when I'm connecting with her, she's also got a child that's with her that passed as well.
A child?
Wow. Yes. This was actually a baby, so I don't know who lost the miscarriage or lost that soul, but that soul's there with your grandmother.
Wow. Recently?
No, I don't know if it was recent or not, but your grandmother has this soul that's in her arms on the other side.
Wow.
Did I freak you out? I'm sorry. You're looking at me like
oh my God, that is like crazy that you would say that right now. Wow.
Do you want me to take this question?
Okay, thank you.
Well, no, it's her way. I don't know if you feel comfortable talking about that or not, but she has that baby on the other side, which is her way of validating to you that that child is safe and at peace. Because even if a soul was never born here in this world or never got to be born here in this world, those souls are still with our loved ones on the other side. And your grandmother's saying, make sure that you pray. You know, I hear all your prayers. She hears the things that you're saying to her and that she's watching over everything.
Oh my God.
Are you freaked out right now?
I'm not freaked out. I just like, that was like so, wow. Wow.
Something you might needed to hear.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like it's weird. Like I feel this pressure like on my chest right now. Like it just.
Connection.
That was like.
Connection.
Wow, Matt.
Well, listen, if you pass out, I used to be an EMT, I can revive you. And if you die, we'll just talk to you, Erica. So you're all set. You don't have to worry. You're with the best person right now.
Matt, Fraser, you kind of blew us away. Erica's gonna need some oxygen, so if you can help figure that out for us as a former EMT, that'd be great. Thank you so much for chatting. And honestly, thanks for stopping by and giving healing and closure to so many people. And we love your jacket. Thanks for
stopping. Thank you. I gotta tell you that I absolutely love what I do. I really do.
It shows,
you know, and my whole goal is to reach as many people as possible, to show you that your loved ones are always right here. They never leave you. And more importantly, that you're never alone. When you think about them, when you reminisce about them, they're right there and by your side, and your loved ones are always with you.
What a lovely thought. That's so good to know. Thanks, Matt. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. I just want to mention we had a number of comments from former Scout leaders saying that that never happened in their troops, that a child was never left alone with an adult. But then Heather on Facebook says that is so sad. Time to close the Boy Scouts down. If you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Meet a fitness influencer who's literally proving what it means to be a strong woman. And did Ellen really win a People's Choice Award? DBL is new every day. We'll be right back.
Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Performing his hit song Holy at the People's Choice Awards last night. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Al. Erica joining us from home.
Can I just say that Biebs, that looked like there was a full crowd there, right? He brought it. Come on, a little Biebs credit before we move on.
1000% Biebs credit. In fact, when he did that also at SNL, when there was like 12 people in the audience, he brought it. Remember, he even got emotional. So I'm also a believer now because maybe not because of you, because of him.
I don't know. I'm helping you out here, Biebs. I'm pulling for you.
Okay, well, like a lot of award shows, to Jeff's point, the People's Choice Awards were held with a virtual audience. So there wasn't actually people there. Host Demi Lovato kicked things off by watch.
I went into lock.
Surprised by her kids while picking up the People's Icon Award, and Mandy Moore showed off her baby bump and revealed she's having a boy after winning for her role on This Is Us. And Ellen DeGeneres, she won Best Talk Show, and she accepted the award on behalf of her, quote, amazing crew and amazing staff who make her show possible. Now,
did she also win the Are You Serious award?
So tell us why, because a lot of our DBL Nation are shocked.
Well, I don't know if people are aware of this, but there was some issues on the show this year. A lot of claims of sexual assault, of verbal abuse, and of people on the lower ranks, to the point where she had to address that to the people, which is not something she normally does. The fact that she was able to skate past this controversy, Jeff, I've told you guys this before and off camera, I don't know any other celebrity that could have survived this. Nobody.
Do you think it's possible that this was blown a little bit out of proportion?
I don't think. It was a lot of people, man.
I think it's female. Erica, jump in, female versus male. I think there's a double standard. If this was a male talk show host with all these accusations, I think people would have their pitchforks out, rightfully so. But because it's Ellen, because it's a female, because everybody, you know, believes her branding and her personality, and I'm not saying it's different from that, but because of that, I think that only lends to why so many people, I mean, she pretty much has gotten out of this unscathed to a degree, Erica.
I think it also has to do with the fact that it's the People's Choice Award, meaning it's voted on by the people. And I think that for whatever reason, Ellen really has been someone that people have looked at for help, and she seems to be someone who has been very generous with people who have been in need for whatever reason. So yeah, I think that's what happens when the people can speak. We can't say, you know, what they're going to say. They vote. They voted. That's what happened.
So is this
she
cool,
won a People's
Erica?
Choice Award.
So this is a thing now. You can present up front for your viewers, and then backstage you can be running death row records, and that's fine.
Well,
because that's exactly how they were operating.
I'm not saying. First of all, Al, you act like this is something that's new. It is not new. What I'm saying is that people can have their thoughts about how they feel, and clearly the people who voted for her felt like she was someone that should be voted for. I mean, it's the People's Choice Awards. It's not the Grammys or the Emmys.
But that shocks me, considering that on Twitter, cancel Ellen, hashtag cancel Ellen was trending for weeks at a time. So when did the people
Yeah, but here's the thing, Sam. But if the election or voting teaches you nothing, it's not how loud you are in the Twitter sphere. It's how loud you are at the polls, or whatever poll it is. I mean, if someone's going to sit down and really invest in someone and put that type of interest into them, then that screams louder than any hashtag. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm simply saying, like, we should know better by now.
Yeah, it's weird. I can't figure this one out. Okay, so let's move on. How much would you pay to talk to your favorite celeb on Zoom?
$5.
$5, huh? A number of stars are auctioning off Zoom calls for charity. So the bid for a 15-minute Zoom call for Gwyneth, okay, $2,000. You can Zoom with Jerry Seinfeld and Colin Quinn, 20 minutes, but it's going to cost you $2,500. Bob Saget is a bargain for only $5.60, and you get a full half hour with the Full House star. But comedian Sarah Cooper, she takes the cake. A Zoom with her will cost more than $4,000. She became a viral hit after posting videos on TikTok, lip-syncing the president. Okay, wow, that shocks me with her. I know she's a comedian, but
get after her.
Yeah, she hasn't really paid her dues as a comedian.
Jerry Seinfeld is half her, and look at his resume.
Look, man.
Because has she paid her dues as a comedian, or did she a viral hit and then was just everything was thrown at her?
I'm old, and I'm from the old school. As a comic, part of the ritual is not just being able to perform at Carnegie Hall and in D.C., but you go to like scary places. And you get there and they go, there's no mic. Or the show, you need to stand on the bar. These are literally things that have happened to me many times. Biker bars, nightclubs where people didn't know there was comedy and they cut the music and then you start telling jokes to 100 people that want to kill you. That is stand-up. And I hope she charges $41,000. Nothing but the best for her. But it does show you how, I guess I feel old saying that there was an old school way that I grew up before you could be called a comedian, but she is a comedian. She makes more money than I'll ever see. So
well, she might not have longevity, and I hope that she does have longevity. But sometimes when you fast track,
I'm not hating.
Right. Sometimes when you fast track your way to success, you don't last as long. I'm not saying that's going to be the case for her, but I know that you're going to continue to ride to the top.
You got to get those reps.
Okay, let's go around the horn because I'm just curious. Let's start with you, Jeff. Who would you pay for a Zoom call?
Oh, I'm just all about laughing. So Will Ferrell would be
that'd be a good one.
You know what I mean? Just have a beer, Zoom with Will Ferrell.
Yes. What about you, Al?
I'm going with LeBron.
Cavs.
Yes. And, it's so interesting that people look at LeBron as this political figure, which he definitely is, and a social activist, which he definitely is. But I'm a hoops junkie. I'm a nerd. I want to talk analytics with him. I want to talk teammates. What does he look for when his team drafts somebody? So I want to get real nerdy with LeBron about basketball.
It's a good one.
And Erica, what about you?
I had to go with Oprah. Y'all know I watched like every YouTube video like leading up to my audition for DBL, and now I just want to be like, okay, but what do I do now?
Yeah, Oprah's the queen of all queens, Erica. I do not blame you.
Sam, I was going to say, should I waste my breath? Jeff, I think I know.
Yeah, I knew too, because when they asked us this morning, I love your guy too. But go ahead, say yours. Yeah.
I love Bill Murray. I just love how all those stories are true. Watch his documentary. It's somebody made it about him. How he will just like randomly, and we're still trying to get him on the show, and people will say he'll just like randomly like stop by your table and sit down with you and eat, maybe steal one of your French fries. He'll just wander into a house party and wash all the dishes and then bounce.
He's so cool.
He's so cool.
What a fun way to have fun.
Because everybody knows you.
We're trying to get him on the show. Come on the show, Bill. Come on the show. We're still trying to figure out how we get a hold of you because you don't have an agent. If anybody knows him, tell him.
I bought some of his golf outfits, if that helps. I'm supporting the cause.
And if that doesn't help, Sam yelling at him.
Yeah. Okay. Are any of you guys scared like to meet your celebrity or your idol? Or like, like I have this weird fear, like I want to meet Will Ferrell so bad, but then he's not everything that I put him on this pedestal to be, and it kind of lets you down in some way.
I totally understand that.
Has that happened to you with anybody? No names, please. Where you met somebody and you were like,
many. Are you kidding me?
I had one when I was at the Super Bowl, and I tried to pull hey, I'm a broadcaster too, and they were like,
Who?
I'm not saying.
Okay, all right.
He's gigantic.
This next story might make you want to eat your veggies. A new survey by illicitencounters.com found that vegans are having twice as much sex as meat eaters. The survey found vegans were also more adventurous in the bedroom and are way more satisfied with their sex life than their meat-eating friends.
That brother ain't a vegan right there. I saw that.
What'd you say?
That last dude wasn't a vegan. He ain't look like a vegan.
Do you buy it?
No. It's a survey.
Here, Jeff.
It's stupid. Surveys.
You'll have more energy though. They
didn't ask me how much sex I have.
I know, but they know you can't do as well as you could after a rack of ribs. That's fact.
That's true. That's true. If you watch,
you don't know me. I can down with barbecue sauce.
If you watch, wow. if you watch Game Changers on Netflix, highly recommend it. They have like the world's most respected scientists try out different, and they didn't mean it for sex.
Sexual positions?
No. So what they did is they did meat-free meals versus meat, and then they watched to see, they wanted to see at the end of the day the physicality for Olympians, but they also wanted to see sexual arousal, and they found that when you had a meat-free meal, don't give me that look, Al.
That's
when you
just
have
the way
a
I look.
meat-free meal, you will have 40%, I believe that was the quote, 40% more stamina and length. And
that's not true.
Can we call this
yes,
segment
it is.
Sam's made up studies?
And protein is a form of energy.
Whoa.
So what do you mean? So if you eat a chicken breast, you're like, well, I'm not going to touch that
First
breast.
of all, plants have protein too, and it's actually, plant protein is assimilated faster in your body than meat protein. But you saying that I made this up, let me just go ahead.
First of all, Erica, if you're not here, this is great TV. Sam's scrolling on her phone on live TV. Welcome to DBL, guys.
I'm just listening and watching as Sam goes around stamina and length during this conversation. I just want to see where else it's going to go.
Oh.
Erica, be the tiebreaker while Sam goes on Yahoo.
That's not Yahoo. This is an actual quote from the Game Changers movie, which they have the world's highest scientists look at the top athletes in the world and figure out how they can increase their physicality and stamina so they can be better.
Yeah, but a great athlete's going to be good no matter what. What about the average American wearing sweatpants? How are they doing? I don't want to hear how athletes do.
You can look at it at the highest level. If you look at an athlete at the highest level and you're saying we're going to do 3 weeks of pure meat, or we're going to do 3 weeks of a balanced meal, or we're going to do three weeks of plant protein, then they look at it and they see that when the athletes had plant protein, that they, not only football players, but also MMA fighters, UFC fighters, and also
MMA.
Huh?
UFC is also MMA.
It's 2 different organizations. You're not even listening.
I am. I don't know.
I'm so annoyed at you.
I don't know. Maybe listening to the results of the study won't be good for the sexual chemistry either. This is so many numbers. I don't believe anything.
And you didn't even ask me.
What's that? Oh, do you agree?
I'm the only vegan here, and you didn't even ask me if
Do you
it
agree?
somehow affects me.
So let's go. How many times do you do it a week?
I'm not. This does not apply to me because I have 2 little kids.
You just told us to ask you and said this does not apply to me.
I'm an anomaly because I have 2 little kids.
Well, a lot of people have 2 kids.
I have 2 kids too.
Actually,
Does
what
that
most
mean
people
you're
have.
having twice as much sex than me?
Maybe.
I don't know about that.
Write your numbers down and slide them to me.
Al's in triple
I
digits.
wish it applied to me, but I'm always keep it 100 with the DBL Nation. I've got 2 little
Me too.
ones
I
at
was
home.
kidding. I was kidding. It's not an orgy at my house or anything.
Thank you for clarifying.
I'm not coming over.
A Little Monday motivation, a fitness champ is proving you're never too old to change your life for the better. Her incredible story next in our series, Strong Women Inside and Out. Welcome back to DBL. All this month, we've introduced you to women who show us what it means to be strong inside and out. Meet Joan, who's proving it's never too late to start chasing a better life.
My name is Joan McDonald, and I'm 74 years old. I'm a fitness influencer. Before I started on my journey, I was feeling pretty down in the dumps. I did not like any pictures of myself. Oh, I had happy moments, but my life was not a happy one. I went to the doctors and my 6-monthly checkup. I had kidney failure earlier. I had to keep going to make sure that everything was all right, not going downhill. I wanted to get off the drugs. Michelle is my daughter, and she is a certified coach, trainer, chef. She gave me a challenge. She told me, if you want to get better, I can make you better if you will join my group, but you've got to listen to everything I say. You got to do that. Can you do it?
Almost finished. 3 more.
When I first started out, I was using some machines. They had to see what I could handle. The video that went viral.
Up, down. You got it, girl. Up, down.
They just kept adding on small weights.
5. Nice. 4. Nice and tight.
And you're not thinking, okay, that's 5 pounds here, 10 pounds there, and you've got 2 sides, plus the bar. And when I finished the last one, I said, how much weight was that? That was heavy. Oh, 215 pounds. I'm going.
Last one, big and kill it. Woo! 200 pounds.
What are you trying to kill me? But I did it. To keep motivated, Michelle had made us all take photos of what we looked like. I had a hard time finding a bathing suit big enough for me. We had to take the photo and we had to have the measurements. Didn't matter what the scale said. If I'm losing inches, there's something I'm doing right. I'm just about at 70 pounds off now, but I've changed my shape so much. I have to feel really good about that because people have told me that they are now drug-free. I'm going, see, it's not true. Women over 40 have to be drugged. Why would you put them on that when there's an alternative, which is a healthy lifestyle? Actually, there's several times that I felt I'd either like to give up or just mosey along at my own pace. Thing is, there are other people relying on me, and I feel obligated for them, and it keeps me accountable towards my health. So I guess I better stick with what I've got right now. My advice to anyone who thinks they could start this journey is to make sure that you believe that you can do it. You can't shy away from the hard work. A strong woman is one who can get through a crisis without falling apart. When you're called upon to be strong for other people, you can. It's happened many times in my life with my family because I'm always there, always willing to lend a hand. They rely on me. And so you just stick it out. I've had people say, what are you wearing lipstick for? What do you got makeup on? Were you wearing your pajamas to the gym? Just ignore them. They're jealous that you're going to get more comments about how well you're doing than you are negativity, and you're going to feel a lot better.
Jump! Jump! Jump!
You're taking your life in your hands.
Unbelievable. What an inspiration. If you want to keep up with Joan's fitness journey, you can find her on Instagram at Train with Joan. We'll be right back.
Health market.
Welcome back to DBL. The clock is ticking for open enrollment. Now is the time to make any changes to your healthcare plan. We know it's overwhelming, so we're sharing 3 tips to make it less stressful in today's DBL Health Alert presented by Health Markets. First, look at the total cost of a plan, not just premiums. It's tempting to pick the plan that costs the least every month, but you need to look at the policies as a whole. Second, use the filter function. You'll be presented with too many plans, but the filter tool will help you weed options out. And third, don't wait until the last minute. That's me. If you've been putting off open enrollment, do it now. Give yourself enough time to compare plans and ask questions. So when it comes to your health, we've made it easy to find the best and most cost-effective Medicare Advantage plan. Just call 1-800-800-9974. I keep not doing this. I need to do this.
Well, yeah, especially vegans, because apparently you're blowing out your back every week.
Yeah, yes. So you need to. This is me trying to clean that. So you need to really focus on your enrollment plan.
Yes,
because it's confusing.
So get on it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Tomorrow on DBL, rapper, producer, and longtime Mariah Carey collaborator, Jermaine Dupri. What does he really think of Mimi's new memoir?
Did you read the book and did anything surprise you about it?
That's tomorrow on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. Speaking of Jermaine Dupri, another
My favorite
vegan, and we're
interview.
getting a lot of comments about the vegan sex story. Donna says, "You're right, Sam. The Game Changers movie was great, filled with great facts. I have your back." Thank you, Donna. Rhonda says, "Gotta have my steak." Okay, Rhonda. Uchi on Facebook says, "Vegan sex study was the best DBL segment ever." And Rebecca says, "I want to know about Sam's vegan mac and cheese she loves." Ooh, it's really good, and it's just Amy's or Annie's.
That's your recipe, is a frozen mac and cheese? That's what you have for our viewers. You know what I like? Tombstone pizza, Jeff.
It's delicious.
Yes, it's great.
Erica, get in there.
It's embarrassing.
What?
I'm just surprised we're still on the air after that, all the sex talk, because, I mean, some of that stuff blew me away, so I'm quite sure.
The people need to know, Erica. That's what we're here for.
We're going to have a meeting.
Well, I'm going to have a salad for lunch, and you know what that means tonight.
Wow. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Positive news today on another COVID-19 vaccine, but will we see any major changes with the virus in time for Christmas? Meet a 74-year-old woman who's defying fitness expectations.
Last one, big and killing. Woo! 200 pounds.
How age isn't stopping her from becoming an inspiration in the gym. Demi Lovato hosts the People's Choice Awards and pokes fun at her short-lived relationship.
I binged 7 seasons of Pretty Little Liars, got unengaged.
Plus, Ellen gets an award despite that major scandal this year.
I cannot tell you how grateful I am
And psychic medium Matt Fraser absolutely blows our minds. Now I'm like, what else do you see? What else is happening?
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Monday, November 16th. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Al.
Hey.
We're a little Christmassy today. I'm digging
I like it. It's kind of it's very pumpkin spice latte season right now.
Ooh, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Did you put up your Christmas decorations?
We did. And before we get to Erica, I just have to say you're my inspiration because all this time that I've known Jeff, I used to razz you and say, how can you put up your Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving? I've now joined that train.
Welcome.
Especially in 2020.
Yeah.
Just put a little.
You need something to look forward to.
Just put a little smile on your face and pop those lights up.
Definitely aboard that train. Erica joining us from home. Hey, E, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I didn't get the Christmas memo. I'm behind.
Yeah. Get on that train, girl. It's leaving the station. Okay, so we're going to begin today with some really good news. Drug company Moderna says its coronavirus vaccine is over 94% effective. This is the second potential vaccine with a very high success rate, and it can't come soon enough because here's what Dr. Fauci said about it this morning on the Today Show.
The vaccines are effective. We want to get it approved as quickly as we possibly can. We want to get doses to people starting in December, and then we want to really get the ball rolling as we get into January, February, and March. But the fact that help is on the way should spur us even more to double down on some of the public health measures, to be able to use the combination of a vaccine and public health measures to turn this thing around.
So DBL Nation, we got to hear from you. Will you be getting the new vaccine, yes or no? Go to dblvote.com to tell us what you think. You know, Al, I would only hope that people are going to say, okay, we're in the home stretch. We got to be hyper vigilant. But I'm afraid, number one, some people still don't wear masks. So why are they going to all of a sudden be vigilant when they know a vaccine is coming? I'm afraid it's going to do the opposite. People feeling more comfortable that we have this under control when our hospitals are getting overwhelmed at the moment and cases are on the rise.
Well, I would just say it's up to the individual. If you're a person that hasn't been wearing masks up until today, you're probably not going to put a mask on, Sam. If you're a person that hasn't been following what physicians that are of note have been saying about this, you're probably not going to take the vaccine, and that's your choice. But we also have a choice sitting here, and the people we know have a choice, and that's if you believe that you're getting credible medical information, if you believe that masks are the way to go, double up, do both those things to prevent getting sick. And I feel like it might not be perfect. It's the best we got, Jeff.
But I think that's the road back to normalcy, right? What you're saying. But I think a lot of people, first of all, are scared to take the vaccine because they don't know about the side effects. I did a little bit of research. Again, I would trust in Dr. Coley and ask her. But I heard you get like headaches after the vaccine. There is some side effects that you don't even have those effects if you go through coronavirus for some people. I'm just taking the opposite side of the coin here. But I think that's what people are worried about. One, the side effects from this vaccine and the long-term effects to their body. So it's going to be a process.
Okay, and Erica, a lot of people are wondering, well, first, let me look at the megaphone. 55% say you would take the vaccine. So, Erica, a lot of people are wondering what the holidays are going to look like this year. Coronavirus cases are surging with more than 1 million new cases over the past 6 days, which has some rethinking their holiday plans. The governor of Washington State, Jay Inslee, just issued new restrictions in gatherings on businesses. Indoor gatherings are prohibited outside of your own household, unless folks quarantine for 14 days prior to that event. And meantime, check out some of the new safety protocols being rolled out. Look at that. To keep visits with Santa safe for everyone. Santa is wearing a face shield. There's also a plexiglass barrier. Erica, if a year ago I would have shown you those images, you would not have believed me of like Santa behind a plexiglass with a visor on. You would have thought I was making it up.
Yeah, how things can change in a year. To be real about it, I had a conversation with my mom last night. We had already made the decision not to come home because if we come home, you guys know how it goes. Then everybody comes home, and it's just it makes the risk that much greater. But my parents had made alternate plans, which my mom called me to tell me that she was no longer going to do, because as you know, my dad owns a funeral home. He is a funeral director, and the surge in cases just this past week alone, all due to corona, for him has been astronomical.
Wow.
So I think that was a very sobering reality, that we cannot just act like this thing is under control, because we are seeing the effects, unfortunately, in very real time.
Wow, that is a very sobering story, Erica. And Jeff, what have you thought, not to dismiss or even negate from what Erica just said, the seriousness of that moment and her dad's story, but a lot of families are just considering how to have some sort of normalcy with Christmas and the holidays.
Right.
Have you thought about seeing Santa behind a plexiglass?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds weird, right? It sounds absurd. But at the same time, in 10 years, when you look back at this photo, and hopefully things are back to normal at that time, you're like, that's 2020, right? So that sums up, it's a sign of the times, and it's a sign of the year that we went through. So I don't think it's that weird. I think kids are kind of getting used to it now, and if that's what we have to do now to kind of keep that tradition alive, then we have to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so we're going to take a turn here, and this next story is very difficult. It's very difficult to talk about, but it is important to talk about. So millions of kids have grown up learning about the outdoors from the Boy Scouts, but today is the deadline to file claims of sexual abuse against the organization. And let me tell you, they are flooding in. Already more than 82,000 people have come forward with claims of abuse by Scout leaders. The accusers range in age from 8 all the way up to 93. This is all part of the organization's bankruptcy filing and trying to figure out a victims' compensation fund. So in a statement, the Boy Scouts of America said they were devastated by the number of lives impacted. They described it as gut-wrenching and said, quote, "We are deeply sorry."
Oh, okay. Well, they're sorry, so we're good, right? I mean, look, Sam, we're going to bring in accountants and lawyers to divvy up funds and figure out who gets what. But I think that's so interesting, that's so strange how human beings approach a catastrophic situation like this in which 82,000 young people's lives were changed forever. Why don't we figure out how this happened? How does it go where 82,000 children have had their lives permanently altered or ended? How many will go on to offend, to kill themselves because of this? And everybody's like, well, let's just figure out what to pay them. How does this happen, Jeff? Because I don't think this is the Boy Scouts. I think this is a child sex trafficking ring parading as any organization.
Well, before you jump in, I just want to correct you. To your point, 82,000, I guarantee you, is a fraction of those victims.
The tip of the iceberg,
right,
Sam.
and not to mention all the family members that were shattered, and their households completely will never be the same again. So
the guilt that the parent would walk around with.
And I am too, and just again, I'm going to just take the theme of going on the other side of this one. What about all the families that really helped them, that the Boy Scouts was an honest thing, it was legit, they were no, quote unquote funny business, whatever was going on, and it really excelled them as human beings? What about all the millions of people that went through the Boy Scouts that it helped?
Yeah,
Erica, jump in here, because I know that you were a Girl Scout. Not that the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts are the same organization, but what do you make of this? I think that just quickly, I think that the Boy Scouts should have been shut down a long time ago, knowing how rampant these sexual accusations were back then. Let's not pretend that we didn't know back then what we know now.
Right. I mean, I grew up scouting. I have a lot of friends who went on, to become Eagle Scouts in the Boy Scout sector. It was something that was considered of privilege and honor. What we aren't talking about is the fact that for generations, we have had people who we know nothing about showing leadership in their own homes, in intimate spaces where there was no accountability, there was no overseer. And when you have that big of an organization with no overseeing in that capacity, then you're bound to have predators that get through. And now in the future, we know every single trails, like for trails or you getting your background information needs to be done. Criminal records need to be pulled before you ever allow anyone in any capacity with your children.
Yeah,
absolutely sickening. Erica, do not go away. Coming up on DBL, we are reliving the moment when celebrity medium Matt Fraser sent chills down Erica's spine with his psychic visions. Plus, she's a fitness fanatic who's proving it's never too late to take control of your health and change your life. Her inspirational story in our series, Strong Women Inside and Out. And it's a scene you'd expect to see in a kung fu movie or a wrestling match, but not in real life. Why a man bravely put his skills to the test. That's coming up next.
See yourself.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got a couple of crime stories that are making headlines right now. So first up, a good Samaritan used his martial arts skills to stop an attempted kidnapping in New York. The whole thing's caught on camera. The suspect allegedly tried to kidnap a baby out of a stroller, but the good Samaritan pinned the man down, kept him there for about 15 minutes. The suspect was then taken to a hospital by authorities for possible mental health issues. Wow. If anybody tried to attempt, because I still put Miles in a stroller, my youngest child. I can't even imagine if somebody tried to take my child from the stroller. I think I would. I don't know what I would
If I heard that somebody tried to kidnap either one of your children, Sam, my first question, Jeff, would be, is that person okay? That I would be worried about them because Sam you are a mother tigress. You would pounce on that person.
And I feel bad.
Yeah.
This, listen, this guy has mental health issues, but still, you can't go take a child
no,
from
of
someone's.
Course not.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been taking the other side all morning. Not on this one.
Not on the baby kidnap.
Not on stealing babies. But
do it for the show.
I think they need to, at some level, train police in some kind of martial arts or jujitsu skills because there is a lot of submission holds that doesn't necessarily hurt that person. It just submits them. But if
I disagree because think about the knee on the neck. We saw that with George Floyd.
That's not a move. Right?
I know it's not a move, but I just worry about the slippery slope. I appreciate that you want them to know exactly what to do to pin someone down and not.
I think he's talking about arm bars and stuff like
that. Just educate yourself. That was just a rear naked choke that guy took, and it's a simple. If you start jujitsu, that's one of the first things that you learn. I think police need to be more diverse in how they subdue somebody, right? And I understand the other side to that.
No,
with
but
the
you're
George
right.
Floyd.
If they could be trained exactly like that to have non-lethal moves, then that would be the best case scenario.
Just a thought. Maybe I did take the other side on that one too.
No. Up next, we've got a story about a suspected porch pirate who maybe made a big mistake. This is hilarious. Police were on the hunt for this guy. Seen in a surveillance video, he allegedly took packages off a couple porches in South Carolina. Okay, look at him, okay? But then police arrested him after he appeared in a courtroom the next day wearing the same shirt. Yeah, here's a side-by-side so you can see. Probably not the best idea. So apparently, I know, Erica, this was all over Facebook, and the local police department were notified of that picture the day before. When they saw him go into the court, they immediately were like, wait, why does he look so familiar? And then they realized and they connected the dots.
Yeah, criminals are not necessarily the sharpest tools in the shed, okay? We all know about my break-in experience. This dude was like, nah, I didn't do it. So a week before court, I'm like, why do I have to go into court? Like, the man is on camera, like in 8 different angles. Why is he saying he didn't do it? So we put together a whole clip of like from start to finish when he was like in and out of my property.
Wow.
And the next day I got a call from the DA that was like, yeah, we don't have to go to court. Like, whatever.
Right.
What is wrong?
Erica, you should have played the Shaggy "It Wasn't Me" over that footage, like because he's like, I know you got me on camera, but it wasn't me.
You just quoted Shaggy.
Hey, don't take shots at the king.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. For psychic medium Matt Fraser, connecting to the supernatural world is just another normal day. Well, earlier, Tori and Erica spoke to Matt, who had some messages from the other side.
Your father, he just showed me his writing. Shut the hell up. You had his writing tattooed on you?
Yes. Matt Fraser, welcome to DBL. You are a psychic medium, but I really want you to explain that for like a kindergartner. How does that work for you specifically?
Did you lose your husband as well?
My second husband, yes.
How many husbands did you have?
My third.
God bless. You know, I really don't know how it works. All I know is that I see and hear dead people. I grew up having this gift. It was something that actually ran in the family. My grandmother was a medium who passed it on to my mom and then in turn passed it on to me.
Well, I am a believer. So who's the most surprising deceased person who's appeared to you?
Well, the most surprising, I would have to say, is Joan Rivers. I remember that someone came to me for a private reading, can't say who because I know it is confidential, but they came to me and all of a sudden I was seeing Joan Rivers. And I gotta tell you, I was starstruck. The moment that she came through in the reading, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was like meeting her in real life, just in the afterlife. And that's how our loved ones come through. You know, when I see them, I see our loved ones in spirit without illness, without being upset, you know, without the illness that they had here in the physical world, but they do carry their personality.
That's what you want with Joan Rivers. Matt, we have to know, can you now see anyone around us now, like right now?
Absolutely. So the moment that I'm connecting with you, right away with Erica, her grandmother's right behind her.
We talked about it. Oh my God, that's so weird.
The moment I'm connecting, her grandmother's right there, so strong around you, so very proud, and your grandmother was like the glue. Like she held everybody together here in this world. And more importantly, she was so obsessed with you when she was here in this world. She was literally like your mother. She shows me her being spending morning times with you, and she used to be obsessed with your hair because she's standing behind you and she's touching your hair when I'm connected.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
Yes. Okay. So what's going? I mean, now I'm like, what else do you see? What else is happening?
Well, first of all, your grandmother's stepping forward because this was a woman who had suffered before her passing. She's telling me when I'm connecting with her that it was really hard for her to leave this world because there were so many things that were going on with her medically. First of all, when I'm connecting with them, spirit will put me back in their body and show me what they had gone through. And when I'm connecting with your grandmother, she was telling me there was issues with her breathing and there was issues with her lungs before she had passed. And she tells me that at the end, it's like she was in a coma. She tells me she really couldn't speak and she really couldn't talk. She says, and I never got to tell her goodbye. She says, I never got to tell her how much that I loved her. Yes, it was implied, but your grandmother wishes that she had those final moments with you to let you know how much she truly cared about you.
Erica. We always knew. We always, and she appears often, so.
She's always in this room.
Thank you.
And here's the thing, Erica, as well, is that when I'm connecting with her, she's also got a child that's with her that passed as well.
A child?
Wow. Yes. This was actually a baby, so I don't know who lost the miscarriage or lost that soul, but that soul's there with your grandmother.
Wow. Recently?
No, I don't know if it was recent or not, but your grandmother has this soul that's in her arms on the other side.
Wow.
Wow.
Did I freak you out? I'm sorry. You're looking at me like you're
Oh my God, that is like crazy that you would say that right now. Wow.
Do you want me to take this question?
Okay, thank you.
Well, no, it's her way. I don't know if you feel comfortable talking about that or not, but she has that baby on the other side, which is her way of validating to you that that child is safe and at peace. Because even if a soul was never born here in this world or never got to be born here in this world, those souls are still with our loved ones on the other side. And your grandmother's saying, make sure that you pray. You know, I hear all your prayers. She hears the things that you're saying to her and that she's watching over everything.
Oh my God.
Are you freaked out right now?
I'm not freaked out. I just like, that was like so, wow. Wow.
Something you might needed to hear.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like it's weird. Like I feel this pressure like on my chest right now. Like it just.
Connection.
That was like.
Connection.
Wow, Matt.
Well, listen, if you pass out, I used to be an EMT, I can revive you. And if you die, we'll just talk to you, Erica. So you're all set. You don't have to worry. You're with the best person right now.
Matt, Fraser, you kind of blew us away. Erica's gonna need some oxygen, so if you can help figure that out for us as a former EMT, that'd be great. Thank you so much for chatting. And honestly, thanks for stopping by and giving healing and closure to so many people. And we love your jacket. Thanks for
stopping. Thank you. I gotta tell you that I absolutely love what I do. I really do.
It shows,
you know, and my whole goal is to reach as many people as possible, to show you that your loved ones are always right here. They never leave you. And more importantly, that you're never alone. When you think about them, when you reminisce about them, they're right there and by your side, and your loved ones are always with you.
What a lovely thought. That's so good to know. Thanks, Matt. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
We've all
Welcome back to DBL. I just want to mention we had a number of comments from former Scout leaders saying that never happened in their troops, that a child was never left alone with an adult. But then Heather on Facebook says, that is so sad. Time to close the Boy Scouts down. If you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Meet a fitness influencer who's literally proving what it means to be a strong woman. And did Ellen really win a People's Choice Award? DBL is new every day. We'll be right back.
We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
DBL, that's Justin Bieber performing his hit song Holy at the People's Choice Awards last night. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Al. Erica joining us from home.
Can I just say that Biebs, that looked like there was a full crowd there, right? He brought it. Come on, a little Biebs credit before we move on.
1000% Biebs credit. In fact, when he did that also at SNL, when there was like 12 people in the audience, he brought it. Remember, he even got emotional. So I'm also a believer now because maybe not because of you, because of him.
I don't know. I'm helping you out here, Biebs. I'm pulling for you.
Okay, well, like a lot of award shows, to Jeff's point, the People's Choice Awards were held with a virtual audience, so there wasn't actually people there. Host Demi Lovato. Surprised by her kids while picking up the People's Icon Award, and Mandy Moore showed off her baby bump and revealed she's having a boy after winning for her role on This Is Us. And Ellen DeGeneres, she won Best Talk Show, and she accepted the award on behalf of her, quote, amazing crew and amazing staff who make her show possible. Now,
did she also win the Are You Serious award?
So tell us why, because a lot of our DBL Nation are shocked.
Well, I don't know if people are aware of this, but there were some issues on the show this year. A lot of claims of sexual assault, of verbal abuse, and of people on the lower ranks, to the point where she had to address that to the people, which is not something she normally does. The fact that she was able to skate past this controversy, Jeff, I've told you guys this before and off camera, I don't know any other celebrity that could have survived this. Nobody.
Do you think it's possible that this was blown a little bit out of proportion?
I don't think. It was a lot of people, man.
I think it's female. Erica, jump in, female versus male. I think there's a double standard. If this was a male talk show host with all these accusations, I think people would have their pitchforks out, rightfully so. But because it's Ellen, because it's a female, because everybody, you know, believes her branding and her personality, and I'm not saying it's different from that, but because of that, I think that only lends to why so many people, I mean, she pretty much has gotten out of this unscathed to a degree, Erica.
I think it also has to do with the fact that it's the People's Choice Award, meaning it's voted on by the people. And I think that for whatever reason, Ellen really has been someone that people have looked at for help, and she seems to be someone who has been very generous with people who have been in need for whatever reason. So yeah, I think that's what happens when the people, like, the people can speak. We can't say, you know, what they're going to say. They vote. They voted. That's what happened.
So is this
she
cool,
won a People's
Erica?
Choice Award.
So this is a thing now. You can present up front for your viewers, and then backstage you can be running death row records, and that's fine.
Well,
because that's exactly how they were operating.
I'm not saying. First of all, Al, you act like this is something that's new. It is not new. What I'm saying is that people can have their thoughts about how they feel, and clearly the people who voted for her felt like she was someone that should be voted for. I mean, it's the People's Choice Awards. It's
Which
not the
shocks
Grammys
me, though,
or the
Erica,
Emmys.
but that shocks me considering that on Twitter, cancel Ellen, hashtag cancel Ellen was trending for weeks at a time. So when did the people
Yeah, but here's
flip?
the thing, Sam. But if the election or voting teaches you nothing, it's not how loud you are in the Twitter sphere. It's how loud you are at the polls or whatever poll it is. I mean, if someone's going to sit down and really invest in someone and put that type of interest into them, then that screams louder than any hashtag. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm simply saying, like, we should know better by now.
Yeah, it's weird. I can't figure this one out. Okay, so let's move on. How much would you pay to talk to your favorite celeb on Zoom?
$5.
$5, huh? A number of stars are auctioning off Zoom calls for charity. So the bid for a 15-minute Zoom call for Gwyneth, okay, $2,000. You can Zoom with Jerry Seinfeld and Colin Quinn, 20 minutes, but it's going to cost you $2,500. Bob Saget is a bargain for only $560, and you get a full half hour with the Full House star. But comedian Sarah Cooper, she takes the cake. A Zoom with her will cost more than $4,000. She became a viral hit after posting videos on TikTok, lip syncing the president. Okay, wow, that shocks me with her. I know she's a comedian, but
get after her.
Yeah, she hasn't really paid her dues as a comedian.
Jerry Seinfeld is half her, and look at his resume.
Look, man.
Because has she paid her dues as a comedian, or did she a viral hit and then was just everything was thrown at her?
I'm old, and I'm from the old school. As a comic, part of the ritual is not just being able to perform at Carnegie Hall and in D.C., but you go to, like, scary places. And you get there and they go, there's no mic, or the show, you need to stand on the bar. These are literally things that have happened to me many times. Biker bars, nightclubs where people didn't know there was comedy, and they cut the music, and then you start telling jokes to 100 people that want to kill you. That is stand-up. And I hope she charges $41,000. Nothing but the best for her. But it does show you how, I guess I feel old saying that there was an old school way that I grew up before you could be called a comedian, but she is a comedian. She makes more money than I'll ever see. So
well, she might not have longevity, and I hope that she does have longevity. But sometimes when you fast track,
I'm not hating.
Right. Sometimes when you fast track your way to success, you don't last as long. I'm not saying that's going to be the case for her, but I know that you're going to continue to ride to the top.
You got to get those reps.
Okay, let's go around the horn because I'm just curious. Let's start with you, Jeff. Who would you pay for a Zoom call?
Oh, I'm just all about laughing. So Will Ferrell would be
that'd be a good one.
You know what I mean? Just have a beer, Zoom with Will Ferrell.
Yes. What about you, Al?
I'm going with LeBron.
Cavs.
Yes. And, it's so interesting that people look at LeBron as this political figure, which he definitely isn't, a social activist, which he definitely is. But I'm a hoops junkie. I'm a nerd. I want to talk analytics with him. I want to talk teammates. What does he look for when his team drafts somebody? So I want to get real nerdy with LeBron about basketball.
It's a good one.
And Erica, what about you?
I had to go with Oprah. Y'all know I watched like every YouTube video like leading up to my audition for DBL, and now I just want to be like, okay, but what do I do now?
Yeah, Oprah's the queen of all queens, Erica. I do not blame you.
Sam, I was going to say, should I waste my breath? Jeff, I think I know.
Yeah, I knew too, because when they asked us this morning, I love your guy too. But go ahead,
Bill
say
Murray.
yours. Yeah.
I love Bill Murray. I just love how all those stories are true. Watch his documentary. It's somebody made it about him. How he will just like randomly, and yeah, we're still trying to get him on the show, and people will say he'll just like randomly like stop by your table and sit down with you and eat, maybe steal one of your French fries. He'll just wander into a house party and wash all the dishes and then bounce.
That's so cool.
He's so cool.
So cool.
What a fun way to have fun.
I know, because everybody knows you. You know,
We're trying to get him on the show. Come on the show, Bill. Come on the show. We're still trying to figure out how we get a hold of you because you don't have an agent. If anybody knows him, tell him.
I bought some of his golf outfits, if that helps. I'm supporting the cause.
And if that doesn't help, Sam yelling at him.
Yes.
Okay. Are any of you guys scared, like, to meet your celebrity or your idol? Or like, you know, like, I have this weird fear, like, I want to meet Will Ferrell so bad, but then he's not everything that I put him on this pedestal to be, and it kind of lets you down in some way.
I totally understand that.
Has that happened to you with anybody? No names, please. Where you met somebody and you were
so
like,
many. Are you kidding me?
I had one when I was at the Super Bowl, and I tried to pull the, hey, I'm a broadcaster too, and they were like,
Who?
I'm not saying.
Okay, all right.
He's gigantic.
This next story might make you want to eat your veggies. A new survey by illicitencounters.com found that vegans are having twice as much sex as meat eaters. The survey found vegans were also more adventurous in the bedroom and are way more satisfied with their sex life than their meat-eating friends.
That brother ain't a vegan right there. I saw that.
What'd you say?
That last dude wasn't a vegan. He ain't look like a vegan.
Do you buy it?
No. It's a survey.
Here, Jeff.
It's stupid. Surveys.
You'll have more energy though. They
didn't ask me how much sex I have.
I know, but they know you can't do as well as you could after a rack of ribs. That's fact.
That's true. That's true. If you watch,
you don't know me. I get down with barbecue sauce.
Wow. If you watch Game Changers on Netflix, highly recommend it. They have like the world's most respected scientists try out different, and they didn't mean it for sex.
Sexual positions?
No. So what they did is they did meat-free meals versus meat, and then they watched to see, they wanted to see at the end of the day the physicality for Olympians, but they also wanted to see sexual arousal, and they found that when you had a meat-free meal, don't give me that look, Al.
That's
when you
just
have
the way
a
I look.
meat-free meal, you will have 40%, I believe that was the quote, 40% more stamina and length. And
that's not true.
Can we call this segment
it is.
Sam's made up studies?
And protein is a form of energy.
Whoa.
So what do you mean? So if you eat a chicken breast, you're like, well, I'm not going to touch that.
First of all, plants have protein too, and it's actually plant protein is assimilated faster in your body than meat protein. But you saying that I made this up, let me just go ahead.
First of all, Erica, if you're not here, this is great TV. Sam's scrolling on our phone on live TV. Welcome to DBL, guys.
I'm just listening and watching as Sam goes around stamina and length during this conversation. I just want to see where else it's going to go.
Erica, be the tiebreaker while Sam goes on Yahoo.
That's not Yahoo. This is an actual quote from the Game Changers movie, which they have the world's highest scientists look at the top athletes in the world and figure out how they can increase their physicality and stamina so they can be better.
Yeah, but a great athlete's going to be good no matter what. What about the average American wearing sweatpants? How are they doing? I don't want to hear how athletes do.
You can look at it at the highest level. If you look at an athlete at the highest level and you're saying we're going to do 3 weeks of pure meat, or we're going to do 3 weeks of a balanced meal, or we're going to do three weeks of plant protein, then they look at it and they see that when the athletes had plant protein, that they, not only football players, but also MMA fighters, UFC fighters, and also
MMA?
Huh?
UFC is also MMA.
It's 2 different organizations. You're not even listening.
I am. I don't know.
I'm so annoyed at you.
I don't know. Maybe listening to the results of the study won't be good for the sexual chemistry either. This is so many numbers. I don't believe anything.
And you didn't even ask me.
What's that? Oh, do you agree?
I'm vegan here, and you didn't even ask me if it somehow affects me.
So let's go. How many times do you do it a week?
I'm not. This does not apply to me because I have 2 little kids.
You just told us to ask you and said this does not apply to me.
I'm an anomaly because I have 2 little kids.
Well, a lot of people have 2 kids.
I have 2 kids too.
Actually
Does
what
that
most
mean
people
you're
have.
having twice as much sex than me?
Maybe.
I don't know about that.
Write your numbers down and slide them to me.
Al's in triple
I
digits.
wish it applied to me, but I'm always keep it 100 with the DBL Nation. I've got two little
Me too.
ones
I
at
was
home.
kidding. I was kidding. It's not an orgy at my house or anything.
Thank you for clarifying.
I'm not coming over.
A little Monday motivation. A fitness champ is proving you're never too old to change your life for the better. Her incredible story next in our series, Strong Women Inside and Out. Welcome back to DBL. All this month, we've introduced you to women who show us what it means to be strong inside and out. Meet Joan, who's proving it's never too late to start chasing a better life.
My name is Joan McDonald, and I'm 74 years old. I'm a fitness influencer. Before I started on my journey, I was feeling pretty down in the dumps. I did not like any pictures of myself. Oh, I had happy moments, but my life was not a happy one. I went to the doctors and my 6 monthly checkup. I had kidney failure earlier. I had to keep going to make sure that everything was all right, not going downhill. I wanted to get off the drugs. Michelle is my daughter, and she is a certified coach, trainer, chef. She gave me a challenge. She told me, if you want to get better, I can make you better if you will join my group, but you've got to listen to everything I say. You got to do that. Can you do it?
Almost finished. 3 more.
When I first started out, I was using some machines. They had to see what I could handle. The video that went viral.
Up, down. You got it, girl. Up, down.
They just kept adding on small weights.
5. Nice. 4. Nice and tight.
And you're not thinking, okay, that's 5 pounds here, 10 pounds there, and you've got 2 sides. plus the bar. And when I finished the last one, I said, how much weight was that? That was heavy. Oh, 215 pounds. I'm going.
Last one, fix and kill it. Woo! 200 pounds.
What are you trying to kill me? But I did it. To keep motivated, Michelle had made us all take photos of what we looked like. I had a hard time finding a bathing suit big enough for me. We had to take the photo and we had to have the measurements. Didn't matter what the scale said. If I'm losing inches, there's something I'm doing right. I'm just about at 70 pounds off now, but I've changed my shape so much. I have to feel really good about that because people have told me that they are now drug-free. I'm going, see, it's not true. Women over 40 have to be drugged. Why would you put them on that when there's an alternative, which is a healthy lifestyle? Actually, there's several times that I felt I'd either like to give up or just mosey along at my own pace. Thing is, there are other people relying on me and I feel obligated for them, and it keeps me accountable towards my health. So I guess I better stick with what I've got right now. My advice to anyone who thinks they could start this journey is to make sure that you believe that you can do it. You can't shy away from the hard work. A strong woman is one who can get through a crisis without falling apart. When you're called upon to be strong for other people, you can. It's happened many times in my life with my family because I'm always there, always willing to lend a hand. They rely on me. And so you just stick it out. I've had people say, what are you wearing lipstick for? What do you got makeup on? Were you wearing your pajamas to the gym? Just ignore them. They're jealous that you're going to get more comments about how well you're doing than you are negativity, and you're going to feel a lot better for taking your life in your hands.
Unbelievable. What an inspiration. If you want to keep up with Joan's fitness journey, you can find her on Instagram at Train with Joan. We'll be right back.
Health Markets compares your current plan with...
Welcome back to DBL. The clock is ticking for open enrollment. Now is the time to make any changes to your healthcare plan. We know it's overwhelming, so we're sharing 3 tips to make it less stressful in today's DBL Health Alert presented by Health Markets. First, look at the total cost of a plan, not just premiums. It's tempting to pick the plan that costs the least every month, but you need to look at the policies as a whole. Second, use the filter function. You'll be presented with too many plans, but the filter tool will help you weed options out. And third, don't wait until the last minute. That's me. If you've been putting off open enrollment, do it now. Give yourself enough time to compare plans and ask questions so when it comes to your health, we've made it easy to find the best and most cost-effective Medicare Advantage plan. Just call 1-800-800-9974. I keep not doing this. I need to do this.
Well, yeah, especially vegans, because apparently you're blowing out your back every week.
Yeah, yes. So you need to, this is me trying to clean that. So you need to really focus on your enrollment plan.
Yes.
Because it's confusing.
So get on it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Tomorrow on DBL, rapper, producer, and longtime Mariah Carey collaborator, Jermaine Dupri. What does he really think of Mimi's new memoir?
Did you read the book and did anything surprise you about it?
That's tomorrow on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. Speaking of Jermaine Dupri, another
My
vegan,
favorite
and we're
interview.
getting a lot of comments about the vegan sex story. Donna says, you're right, Sam. The Game Changers movie was great, filled with great facts. I have your back. Thank you, Donna. Rhonda says, gotta have my steak. Okay, Rhonda. Uchi on Facebook says, vegan sex study was the best DBL segment ever. And Rebecca says, I want to know about Sam's vegan mac and cheese she loves. Ooh, it's really good. And it's just Amy's or Annie's.
That's your recipe, is a frozen mac and cheese? That's what you have for our viewers. You know what I like? Tombstone pizza, Jeff.
It's delicious.
Yes, it's great.
Erica, get in there.
It's embarrassing.
What?
I'm just surprised we're still on the air after that, all the sex talk, because, I mean, some of that stuff blew me away, so I'm quite sure.
The people need to know, Erica. That's what we're here for.
We're going to have a meeting.
Well, I'm going to have a salad for lunch, and you know what that means tonight.
Wow, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Today on Daily Blast Live.
Positive news today on another COVID-19 vaccine, but will we see any major changes with the virus in time for Christmas? Meet a 74-year-old woman who's defying fitness expectations.
Last one, big and killing. Woo! 200 pounds.
How age isn't stopping her from becoming an inspiration in the gym. Demi Lovato hosts the People's Choice Awards and pokes fun at her short-lived relationship.
I binged 7 seasons of Pretty Little Liars, got unengaged.
Plus, Ellen gets an award despite that major scandal this year.
I cannot tell you how grateful I am.
And psychic medium Matt Fraser absolutely blows our minds. Now I'm like, what else do you see? What else is happening?
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Monday, November 16th. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Al.
Hey.
We're a little Christmassy today. I'm digging
I like it. It's kind of it's very pumpkin spice latte season right now.
Ooh, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Did you put up your Christmas decorations?
We did. And before we get to Erica, I just have to say you're my inspiration, because all this time that I've known Jeff, I used to razz you and say, how can you put up your Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving? I've now joined that train.
Welcome.
Especially in 2020.
Yeah.
Just put a little.
You need something to look forward to.
Just put a little smile on your face and pop those lights up.
Definitely aboard that train. Erica joining us from home. Hey, E, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I didn't get the Christmas memo. I'm behind.
Yeah. Get on that train, girl. It's leaving the station. Okay, so we're going to begin today with some really good news. Drug company Moderna says its coronavirus vaccine is over 94% effective. This is the second potential vaccine with a very high success rate, and it can't come soon enough, because here's what Dr. Fauci said about it this morning on the Today Show.
The vaccines are effective. We want to get it approved as quickly as we possibly can. We want to get doses to people starting in December, and then we want to really get the ball rolling as we get into January, February, and March. But the fact that help is on the way should spur us even more to double down on some of the public health measures, to be able to use the combination of a vaccine and public health measures to turn this thing around.
So DBL Nation, we got to hear from you. Will you be getting the new vaccine, yes or no? Go to DBLvote.com to tell us what you think. You know, Al, I would only hope that people are going to say, okay, we're in the home stretch. We got to be hyper vigilant. But I'm afraid, number one, some people still don't wear masks. So why are they going to all of a sudden be vigilant when they know a vaccine is coming? I'm afraid it's going to do the opposite. People feeling more comfortable that we have this under control when our hospitals are getting overwhelmed at the moment and cases are on the rise.
Well, I would just say it's up to the individual. If you're a person that hasn't been wearing masks up until today, you're probably not going to put a mask on, Sam. If you're a person that hasn't been following what physicians that are of note have been saying about this, you're probably not going to take the vaccine, and that's your choice. But we also have a choice sitting here, and the people we know have a choice, and that's if you believe that you're getting credible medical information, if you believe that masks are the way to go, double up, do both those things to prevent getting sick. And I feel like it might not be perfect. It's the best we got, Jeff.
But I think that's the road back to normalcy, right? What you're saying. But I think a lot of people, first of all, are scared to take the vaccine because they don't know about the side effects. I did a little bit of research. Again, I would trust in Dr. Coley and ask her. But I heard you get like headaches after the vaccine. There is some side effects that you don't even have those effects if you go through coronavirus for some people. I'm just taking the opposite side of the coin here. But I think that's what people are worried about. One, the side effects from this vaccine and the long-term effects to their body. So it's going to be a process.
Okay, and Erica, a lot of people are wondering, well, first, let me look at the megaphone. 55% say you would take the vaccine. So, Erica, a lot of people are wondering what the holidays are going to look like this year. Coronavirus cases are surging with more than 1 million new cases over the past 6 days, which has some rethinking their holiday plans. The governor of Washington State, Jay Inslee, just issued new restrictions in gatherings on businesses. Indoor gatherings are prohibited outside of your own household, unless folks quarantine for 14 days prior to that event. And meantime, check out some of the new safety protocols being rolled out. Look at that. To keep visits with Santa safe for everyone. Santa is wearing a face shield. There's also a plexiglass barrier. Erica, if a year ago I would have shown you those images, you would not have believed me, of like Santa behind a plexiglass with a visor on. You would have thought I was making it up.
Yeah, how things can change in a year. To be real about it, I had a conversation with my mom last night. We had already made the decision not to come home because if we come home, you guys know how it goes. Then everybody comes home, and it's just it makes the risk that much greater. But my parents had made alternate plans, which my mom called me to tell me that she was no longer going to do, because as you know, my dad owns a funeral home. He is a funeral director, and the surge in cases just this past week alone, all due to corona, for him has been astronomical. Wow. So I think that was a very sobering reality, that we cannot just act like this thing is under control, because we are seeing the effects, unfortunately, in very real time.
Wow, that is a very sobering story, Erica. And Jeff, what have you thought, not to dismiss or even negate from what Erica just said, the seriousness of that moment and her dad's story, but a lot of families are just considering how to have some sort of normalcy with Christmas and the holidays. Have you thought about seeing Santa behind a plexiglass?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds weird, right? It sounds absurd. But at the same time, in 10 years, when you look back at this photo, and hopefully things are back to normal at that time, you're like, that's 2020, right? So that sums up, it's a sign of the times, and it's a sign of the year that we went through. So I don't think it's that weird. I think kids are kind of getting used to it now, and if that's what we have to do now to kind of keep that tradition alive, then we have to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so we're going to take a turn here, and this next story is very difficult. It's very difficult to talk about, but it is important to talk about. So millions of kids kids have grown up learning about the outdoors from the Boy Scouts, but today is the deadline to file claims of sexual abuse against the organization. And let me tell you, they are flooding in. Already more than 82,000 people have come forward with claims of abuse by Scout leaders. The accusers range in age from 8 all the way up to 93. This is all part of the organization's bankruptcy filing and trying to figure out a victims' compensation fund. So in a statement, the Boy Scouts of America said they were devastated by the number of lives impacted. They described it as gut-wrenching and said, quote, "We are deeply sorry."
Oh, okay. Well, they're sorry, so we're good, right? I mean, look, Sam, we're going to bring in accountants and lawyers to divvy up funds and figure out who gets what. But I think that's so interesting, that's so strange how human beings approach a catastrophic situation like this in which 82,000 young people's lives were changed forever. Why don't we figure out how this happened? How does it go where 82,000 children have had their lives permanently altered or ended? How many will go on to offend, to kill themselves because of this? And everybody's like, well, let's just figure out what to pay them. How does this happen, Jeff? Because I don't think this is the Boy Scouts. I think this is a child sex trafficking ring parading as any organization.
Well, before you jump in, I just want to correct you. To your point, 82,000, I guarantee you, is a fraction of those victims.
The tip of the iceberg,
right,
Sam.
and not to mention all the family members that were shattered, and their households completely will never be the same again. So
the guilt that the parent would walk around with.
And I am too, you know, and just again, I'm going to just take the theme of going on the other side of this one. What about all the families that really helped them, that the Boy Scouts was an honest thing, it was legit, they were no, you know, quote unquote funny business, whatever was going on, and it really excelled them as human beings? What about all the millions of people that went through the Boy Scouts that it helped?
Yeah,
Erica, jump in here, because I know that you were a Girl Scout. Not that the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts are the same organization, but what do you make of this? I think that just quickly, I think that the Boy Scouts should have been shut down a long time ago, knowing how rampant these sexual accusations were back then. Let's not pretend that we didn't know back then what we know now.
Right. I mean, I grew up scouting. I have a lot of friends who went on, you know, to become Eagle Scouts in the Boy Scout sector. It was something that was considered of privilege and honor. What we aren't talking about is the fact that for generations, we have had people who we know nothing about showing leadership in their own homes, in intimate spaces where there was no accountability, there was no overseer. And when you have that big of an organization with no overseeing in that capacity, then you're bound to have predators that get through. And now in the future, we know every single trails, like for trails or you getting your background information needs to be done. Criminal records need to be pulled before you ever allow anyone in any capacity with your children.
Yeah,
absolutely sickening. Erica, do not go away. Coming up on DBL, we are reliving the moment when celebrity medium Matt Fraser sent chills down Erica's spine with his psychic visions. Plus, she's a fitness fanatic who's proving it's never too late to take control of your health and change your life. Her inspirational story in our series, Strong Women Inside and Out. And it's a scene you'd expect to see in a kung fu movie or a wrestling match, but not in real life. Why a man bravely put his skills to the test. That's coming up next. Welcome back to DBL. We've got a couple of crime stories that are making headlines right now. So first up, a good Samaritan used his martial arts skills to stop an attempted kidnapping in New York. The whole thing's caught on camera. The suspect allegedly tried to kidnap a baby out of a stroller, but the good Samaritan pinned the man down, kept him there for about 15 minutes. The suspect was then taken to a hospital by authorities for possible mental health issues. Wow. If anybody tried to attempt, because I still put Miles in a stroller, my youngest child. I can't even imagine if somebody tried to take my child from the stroller. I think I would. I don't know what I would
If I heard that somebody tried to kidnap either one of your children, Sam, my first question, Jeff, would be, is that person okay? That I would be worried about them because Sam you are a mother tigress. You would pounce on that person.
And I feel bad because listen, this guy has mental health issues, but still, you can't go take a child from someone's.
Course not.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been taking the other side all morning, not on this one.
Not on the baby kidnap?
Not on stealing babies. But
do it for the show.
I think they need to, at some level, train police in some kind of martial arts or jiu-jitsu skills because there is a lot of submission holds that doesn't necessarily hurt that person. It just submits them.
But if I disagree because think about the knee on the neck. We saw that with George Floyd.
That's not a move. Right?
I know it's not a move, but how? I just worry about the slippery slope. I appreciate that you want them to know exactly what to do to pin someone down and not.
I think he's talking about arm bars and stuff like
that. Just educate yourself. That was just a rear naked choke that guy took, and it's a simple. If you start jiu-jitsu, that's one of the first things that you learn. I think police need to be more diverse in how they subdue somebody, right? And I understand the other side to that.
No,
with
but
the
you're
George
right.
Floyd.
If they could be trained exactly like that to have non-lethal moves, then that would be the best case scenario.
Just a thought. Maybe I did take the other side on that one too.
No. Up next, we've got a story about a suspected porch pirate who maybe made a big mistake. This is hilarious. Police were on the hunt for this guy. Seen in a surveillance video, he allegedly took packages off a couple porches in South Carolina. Okay, look at him, okay? But then police arrested him after he appeared in a courtroom the next day wearing the same shirt. Yeah, here's a side-by-side so you can see. Probably not the best idea. So apparently, I know, Erica, this was all over Facebook, and the local police department were notified of that picture the day before. When they saw him go into the court, they immediately were like, wait, why does he look so familiar? And then they realized and they connected the dots.
Yeah, criminals are not necessarily the sharpest tools in the shed, okay? We all know about my break-in experience. This dude was like, nah, I didn't do it. So a week before court, I'm like, why do I have to go into court? Like, the man is on camera, like in 8 different angles. Why is he saying he didn't do it? So we put together a whole clip of like from start to finish when he was like in and out of my property. Wow. And the next day I got a call from the DA that was like, yeah, we don't have to go to court. Like, whatever.
Right.
What is wrong?
Erica, you should have played the Shaggy "It Wasn't Me" over that footage. Like, because he's like, I know you got me on camera, but it wasn't me.
You just quoted Shaggy.
Hey, don't take shots at the king.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. For psychic medium Matt Fraser, connecting to the supernatural world is just another normal day. Well, earlier, Tori and Erica spoke to Matt, who had some messages from the other side.
Your father, he just showed me his writing. Shut the hell up. You had his writing tattooed on you?
Yes. Matt Fraser, welcome to DBL. You are a psychic medium, but I really want you to explain that for like a kindergartner. How does that work for you specifically?
Did you lose your husband as well?
My second husband, yes.
How many husbands did you have?
My third.
God bless. You know, I really don't know how it works. All I know is that I see and hear dead people. I grew up having this gift. It was something that actually ran in the family. My grandmother was a medium who passed it on to my mom and then in turn passed it on to me.
Well, I am a believer. So who's the most surprising deceased person who's appeared to you?
Well, the most surprising, I would have to say, is Joan Rivers. I remember that someone came to me for a private reading, can't say who because I know it is confidential, but they came to me and all of a sudden I was seeing Joan Rivers, and I gotta tell you, I was starstruck. The moment that she came through in the reading, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was like meeting her in real life, just in the afterlife. And that's how our loved ones come through. You know, when I see them, I see our loved ones in spirit, without illness, without being upset, you know, without the illness that they had here in the physical world, but they do carry their personality.
That's what you want with Joan Rivers. Matt, we have to know, can you now see anyone around us now, like right now?
Absolutely. So the moment that I'm connecting with you, right away with Erica, her grandmother's right behind her.
We talked about it. Oh my God, that's so weird.
The moment I'm connecting, her grandmother's right there, so strong around you, so very proud, and your grandmother was like the glue. Like she held everybody together here in this world. And more importantly, she was so obsessed with you when she was here in this world. She was literally like your mother. She shows me her being spending morning times with you, and she used to be obsessed with your hair because she's standing behind you and she's touching your hair when I'm connected.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
Yes. Okay. So what's going? I mean, now I'm like, what else do you see? What else is happening?
Well, first of all, your grandmother's stepping forward because this was a woman who had suffered before her passing. She's telling me when I'm connecting with her that it was really hard for her to leave this world because there were so many things that were going on with her medically. First of all, when I'm connecting with them, spirit will put me back in their body and show me what they had gone through. And when I'm connecting with your grandmother, she was telling me there was issues with her breathing and there was issues with her lungs before she had passed. And she tells me that at the end, it's like she was in a coma. She tells me she really couldn't speak and she really couldn't talk. She says, and I never got to tell her goodbye. She says, I never got to tell her how much that I loved her. Yes, it was implied, but your grandmother wishes that she had those final moments with you to let you know how much she truly cared about you.
Erica. We always knew.
We always
and she appears often, so
she's always in this room.
Thank you.
And here's the thing, Erica, as well, is that when I'm connecting with her, she's also got a child that's with her that passed as well.
A child?
Wow.
Yes. This was actually a baby, so I don't know who lost the miscarriage or lost that soul, but that soul's there with your grandmother.
Wow. Recently?
No, I don't know if it was recent or not, but your grandmother has this soul that's in her arms on the other side.
Wow.
Did I freak you out? I'm sorry. You're looking at me like
oh my God, that is like crazy that you would say that right now. Wow.
Do you want me to take this question?
Okay, thank you.
Well, no, it's her way. I don't know if you feel comfortable talking about that or not, but she has that baby on the other side, which is her way of validating to you that that child is safe and at peace. Because even if a soul was never born here in this world or never got to be born here in this world, those souls are still with our loved ones on the other side. And your grandmother's saying, make sure that you pray. You know, I hear all your prayers. She hears the things that you're saying to her and that she's watching over everything.
Oh my God.
Are you freaked out right now?
I'm not freaked out. I just like, that was like so, wow. Wow.
Something you might needed to hear.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like it's weird. Like I feel this pressure like on my chest right now. Like it just.
Connection.
That was like.
Connection.
Wow, Matt.
Well, listen, if you pass out, I used to be an EMT. I can revive you. And if you die, we'll just talk to you, Erica. So you're all set. You don't have to worry. You're with the best person right now.
Matt, Fraser, you kind of blew us away. Erica's going to need some oxygen. So if you can help figure that out for us as a former EMT, that'd be great. Thank you so much for chatting. And honestly, thanks for stopping by and giving healing and closure to so many people. And we love your jacket. Thanks for
thank you. I gotta tell you that I absolutely love what I do. I really do.
It shows,
you know, and my whole goal is to reach as many people as possible, to show you that your loved ones are always right here. They never leave you. And more importantly, that you're never alone. When you think about them, when you reminisce about them, they're right there and by your side, and your loved ones are always with you.
What a lovely thought. That's so good to know. Thanks, Matt. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
To DBL, I just want to mention we had a number of comments from former Scout leaders saying that never happened in their troops, that a child was never left alone with an adult. But then Heather on Facebook says that is so sad. Time to close the Boy Scouts down. If you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Meet a fitness influencer who's literally proving what it means to be a strong woman. And did Ellen really win a People's Choice Award? DBL is new every day. We'll be right back.
Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. That's Justin Bieber performing his hit song Holy at the People's Choice Awards last night. I'm Sam here with Jeff and Al. Erica joining us from home.
Can I just say that Biebs, that looked like there was a full crowd there, right? He brought it. Come on, a little Biebs credit before we move on.
1000% Biebs credit. In fact, when he did that also at SNL, when there was like 12 people in the audience, he brought it. Remember, he even got emotional. So I'm also a believer now because maybe not because of you, because of him.
I don't know. I'm helping you out here, Biebs. I'm pulling for you.
Okay, well, like a lot of award shows, to Jeff's point, the People's Choice Awards were held with a virtual audience. Jennifer Lopez was surprised by her kids while picking up the People's Icon Award, and Mandy Moore showed off her baby bump and revealed she's having a boy after winning for her role on This Is Us. And Ellen DeGeneres, she won Best Talk Show, and she accepted the award on behalf of her, quote, amazing crew and amazing staff who make her show possible. Now,
did she also win the Are You Serious award?
So tell us why, because a lot of our DBL Nation are shocked.
Well, I don't know if people are aware of this, but there were some issues on the show this year. A lot of claims of sexual assault, of verbal abuse, and of people on the lower ranks, to the point where she had to address that to the people, which is not something she normally does. The fact that she was able to skate past this controversy, Jeff, I've told you guys this before and off camera, I don't know any other celebrity that could have survived this. Nobody.
Do you think it's possible that this was blown a little bit out of proportion?
I don't think. It was a lot of people, man.
I think it's female. Erica, jump in, female versus male. I think there's a double standard. If this was a male talk show host with all these accusations, I think people would have their pitchforks out, rightfully so. But because it's Ellen, because it's a female, because everybody, you know, believes her branding and her personality, and I'm not saying it's different from that, but because of that, I think that only lends to why so many people, I mean, she pretty much has gotten out of this unscathed to a degree, Erica.
I think it also has to do with the fact that it's the People's Choice Award, meaning it's voted on by the people. And I think that for whatever reason, Ellen really has been someone that people have looked at for help, and she seems to be someone who has been very generous with people who have been in need for whatever reason. So yeah, I think that's what happens when the people, like the people can speak. We can't say, you know, what they're going to say. They vote. They voted. That's what happened.
So is this
she
cool,
won a People's
Erica?
Choice Award.
So this is a thing now. You can present up front for your viewers, and then backstage you can be running death row records, and that's fine?
Well,
because that's exactly how they were operating.
I'm not saying. First of all, Al, you act like this is something that's new. It is not new. What I'm saying is that people can have their thoughts about how they feel, and clearly the people who voted for her felt like she was someone that should be voted for. I mean, it's the People's Choice Awards. It's not the Grammys or the Emmys.
But that shocks me, considering that on Twitter, cancel Ellen, hashtag cancel Ellen was trending for weeks at a time. So when did the people
Yeah, but here's the thing, Sam. But if the election or voting teaches you nothing, it's not how loud you are in the Twitter sphere. It's how loud you are at the polls or whatever poll it is. I mean, if someone's going to sit down and really invest in someone and put that type of interest into them, then that screams louder than any hashtag. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm simply saying, like, we should know better by now.
Yeah, it's weird. I can't figure this one out. Okay, so let's move on. How much would you pay to talk to your favorite celeb on Zoom?
$5.
$5, huh? A number of stars are auctioning off Zoom calls for charity. So the bid for a 15-minute Zoom call for Gwyneth, okay, $2,000. You can Zoom with Jerry Seinfeld and Colin Quinn, 20 minutes, but it's going to cost you $2,500. Bob Saget is a bargain for only $560, and you get a full half hour with the Full House star. But comedian Sarah Cooper, she takes the cake. A Zoom with her will cost more than $4,000. She became a viral hit after posting videos on TikTok, lip-syncing the president. Okay, wow, that shocks me with her. I know she's a comedian, but
get after her.
Yeah, she hasn't really paid her dues as a comedian.
Jerry Seinfeld is half her, and look at his resume.
Look, man.
Because has she paid her dues as a comedian, or did she a viral hit and then was just everything was thrown at her?
I'm old, and I'm from the old school. As a comic, part of the ritual is not just being able to perform at Carnegie Hall and in D.C., but you go to like scary places. And you get there and they go, there's no mic, or the show, you need to stand on the bar. These are literally things that have happened to me many times. Biker bars, nightclubs where people didn't know there was comedy, and they cut the music, and then you start telling jokes to 100 people that want to kill you. That is stand-up. And I hope she charges $41,000. Nothing but the best for her. But it does show you how, I guess I feel old saying that there was an old school way that I grew up before you could be called a comedian, but she is a comedian. She makes more money than I'll ever see. So
well, she might not have longevity, and I hope that she does have longevity. But sometimes when you fast track,
I'm not hating.
Right. Sometimes when you fast track your way to success, you don't last as long. I'm not saying that's going to be the case for her, but I know that you're going to continue to ride to the top.
You got to get those reps.
Okay, let's go around the horn because I'm just curious. Let's start with you, Jeff. Who would you pay for a Zoom call?
Oh, I'm just all about laughing. So Will Ferrell would be
Oh, that'd
great.
be a good one.
You know what I mean? Just have a beer, Zoom with Will Ferrell.
Yes. What about you, Al?
I'm going with LeBron.
Cavs.
Yes. And, it's so interesting that people look at LeBron as this political figure, which he definitely is, and a social activist, which he definitely is. But I'm a hoops junkie. I'm a nerd. I want to talk analytics with him. I want to talk teammates. What does he look for when his team drafts somebody? So I want to get real nerdy with LeBron about basketball.
It's a good one.
And Erica, what about you?
I had to go with Oprah. Y'all know I watched like every YouTube video like leading up to my audition for DBL, and now I just want to be like, okay, but what do I do now?
Yeah, Oprah's the queen of all queens, Erica. I do not blame you.
Sam, I was going to say, should I waste my breath? Jeff, I think I know.
Yeah, I knew too, because when they asked us this morning, I love your guy too. But go ahead, say yours. Yeah.
I love Bill Murray. I just love how all those stories are true. Watch his documentary. It's somebody made it about him. How he will just like randomly, and we're still trying to get him on the show, and people will say he'll just like randomly like stop by your table and sit down with you and eat, maybe steal one of your French fries. He'll just wander into a house party and wash all the dishes and then bounce.
He's so cool.
He's so cool.
What a fun way to have fun.
I know, because everybody knows you.
We're trying to get him on the show. Come on the show, Bill. Come on the show. We're still trying to figure out how we get a hold of you because you don't have an agent. If anybody knows him, tell him.
I bought some of his golf outfits, if that helps. I'm supporting the cause.
And if that doesn't help, Sam yelling at him.
Yeah. Okay. Are any of you guys guys scared
Tough
like
love.
to meet your celebrity or your idol, or like like I have this weird fear, like I want to meet Will Ferrell so bad, but then he's not everything that I put him on this pedestal to be, and it kind of lets you down in
I
some
totally
way.
understand that.
Has that happened to you with anybody? No names, please. Where you met somebody and you were
so
like,
many. Are you kidding me?
I had one when I was at the Super Bowl, and I tried to pull the, hey, I'm a broadcaster too, and they were like,
Who?
I'm not saying.
Okay, all right.
He's gigantic.
This next story might make you want to eat your veggies. A new survey by illicitencounters.com found that vegans are having twice as much sex as meat eaters. The survey found vegans were also more adventurous in the bedroom and are way more satisfied with their sex life than their meat-eating friends.
That brother ain't a vegan right there. I saw that.
What'd you say?
That last dude wasn't a vegan. He ain't look like a vegan.
Do you buy it?
No, it's a survey.
Here, Jeff.
It's stupid. Surveys.
You'll have more energy though. After
they didn't ask me how much sex I have.
I know, but they know you can't do as well as you could after a rack of ribs. That's fact.
That's true. That's true. If you watch,
you don't know me. I get down with barbecue sauce.
Wow. If you watch Game Changers on Netflix, highly recommend it. They have like the world's most respected scientists try out different, and they didn't mean it for sex.
Sexual positions?
No. So what they did is they did meat-free meals versus meat, and then they watched to see, they wanted to see at the end of the day the physicality for Olympians, but they also wanted to see sexual arousal, and they found that when you had a meat-free meal, don't give me that look, Al.
That's
when you
just
have
the way
a
I look.
meat-free meal, you will have 40%, I believe that was the quote, 40% more stamina and length. And
that's not true.
Can we call this segment
it is.
Sam's made up studies?
And protein is a form of energy.
Whoa.
So what do you mean? So if you eat a chicken breast, you're like, well, I'm not going to touch that
First
breast.
of all, plants have protein too, and it's actually plant protein is assimilated faster in your body than meat protein. But you saying that I made this up, let me just go ahead.
First of all, Erica, if you're not here, this is great TV. Sam's scrolling on our phone on live TV. Welcome to DBL, guys.
I'm just listening and watching as Sam goes around stamina and length during this conversation. I just want to see where else it's going to go.
Erica, be the tiebreaker while Sam goes on Yahoo.
That's not Yahoo. This is an actual quote from the Game Changers movie, which they have the world's highest scientists look at the top athletes in the world and figure out how they can increase their physicality and stamina so they can be better.
Yeah, but a great athlete's going to be good no matter what. What about the average American wearing sweatpants? How are they doing? I don't want to hear how athletes do.
You can look at it at the highest level. If you look at an athlete at the highest level and you're saying we're going to do 3 weeks of pure meat, or we're going to do 3 weeks of a balanced meal, or we're going to do three weeks of plant protein, then they look at it and they see that when the athletes had plant protein, that they, not only football players, but also MMA fighters, UFC fighters, and also
MMA.
Huh?
UFC is also MMA.
It's 2 different organizations.
No.
You're not even listening.
I am.
I don't
know.
So annoyed at you.
I don't know. Maybe listening to the results of the study won't be good for the sexual chemistry either. This is so many numbers. I don't believe anything.
And you didn't even ask me.
What's that? Oh, do you agree?
I'm the only vegan here, and you didn't even ask me if it somehow affects me.
So let's go. How many times do you do it a week?
I'm not. This does not apply to me because I have 2 little kids.
You just told us to ask you and said this does not apply to me.
I'm an anomaly because I have 2 little kids.
Well, a lot of people have 2 kids.
I have 2 kids too.
Actually, what most people have.
Having twice as much sex than me?
Maybe.
I don't know about that.
Write your numbers down and slide them to me.
Al's in triple digits.
I wish it applied to me, but I'm always keep it 100 with the DBL Nation. I've got 2 little ones
Me too.
at
I was
home.
kidding. I was kidding. It's not an orgy at my house or anything.
Thank you for clarifying.
I'm not coming over.
A little Monday motivation. A fitness champ is proving you're never too old to change your life for the better. Her incredible story next in our series, Strong Women Inside and Out. Welcome back to DBL. All this month, we've introduced you to women who show us what it means to be strong inside and out. Meet Joan, who's proving it's never too late to start chasing a better life.
My name is Joan McDonald, and I'm 74 years old. I'm a fitness influencer. Before I started on my journey, I was feeling pretty down in the dumps. I did not like any pictures of myself. Oh, I had happy moments, but my life was not a happy one. I went to the doctors and my 6-monthly checkup. I had kidney failure earlier. I had to keep going to make sure that everything was all right, not going downhill. I wanted to get off the drugs. Michelle is my daughter, and she is a certified coach, trainer, chef. She gave me a challenge. She told me, if you want to get better, I can make you better if you will join my group, but you've got to listen to everything I say. You got to do that. Can you do it?
Almost finished. 3 more.
When I first started out, I was using some machines. They had to see what I could handle. The video that went viral.
Up, down. You got it, girl. Up, down.
They just kept adding on small weights.
5. Nice. 4. Nice and tight.
And you're not thinking, okay, that's 5 pounds here, 10 pounds there, and you've got 2 sides, plus the bar. And when I finished the last one, I said, how much weight was that? That was heavy. Oh, 215 pounds. And I'm going,
last one, big and kill it. Woo! 200 pounds.
What are you trying to kill me? But I did it. To keep motivated, Michelle had made us all take photos of what we looked like. I had a hard time finding a bathing suit big enough for me. We had to take the photo and we had to have the measurements. Didn't matter what the scale said. If I'm losing inches, there's something I'm doing right. I'm just about at 70 pounds off now, but I've changed my shape so much. I have to feel really good about that because people have told me that they are now drug-free. I'm going, see, it's not true. Women over 40 have to be drugged. Why would you put them on that when there's an alternative, which is a healthy lifestyle? Actually, there's several times that I felt I'd either like to give up or just mosey along at my own pace. Thing is, there are other people relying on me, and I feel obligated for them, and it keeps me accountable towards my health. So I guess I better stick with what I've got right now. My advice to anyone who thinks they could start this journey is to make sure that you believe that you can do it. You can't shy away from the hard work. A strong woman is one who can get through a crisis without falling apart. When you're called upon to be strong for other people, you can. It's happened many times in my life with my family. Because I'm always there, always willing to lend a hand, they rely on me. And so you just stick it out. I've had people say, what are you wearing lipstick for? What do you got makeup on? Were you wearing your pajamas to the gym? Just ignore them. They're jealous that you're going to get more comments about how well you're doing than you are negativity. And you're going to feel a lot better.
John! Go! Go!
You're taking your life in your hands.
Unbelievable. What an inspiration. If you want to keep up with Joan's fitness journey, you can find her on Instagram at Train with Joan. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. The clock is ticking for open enrollment. Now is the time to make any changes to your healthcare plan. We know it's overwhelming, so we're sharing 3 tips to make it less stressful in today's DBL Health Alert presented by Health Markets. First, look at the total cost of a plan, not just premiums. It's tempting to pick the plan that costs the least every month, but you need to look at the policies as a whole. Second, use the filter function. You'll be presented with too many plans, but the filter tool will help you weed options out. And third, don't wait until the last minute. That's me. If you've been putting off open enrollment, do it now. Give yourself enough time to compare plans and ask questions so when it comes to your health, we've made it easy to find the best and most cost-effective Medicare Advantage plan. Just call 1-800-800-9974. I keep not doing this. I need to do this.
Well, yeah, especially vegans, because apparently you're blowing out your back every week.
Yeah, yes. So you need to, this is me trying to clean that. So you need to really focus on your enrollment plan.
Yes.
Because it's confusing.
So get on it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
DBL. Rapper, producer, and longtime Mariah Carey collaborator, Jermaine Dupri. What does he really think of Mimi's new memoir?
Did you read the book and did anything surprise you about it?
That's tomorrow on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. Speaking of Jermaine Dupri, another vegan, and we're getting a lot of comments about the vegan sex story. Donna says, "You're right, Sam. The Game Changers movie was great, filled with great facts. I have your back." Thank you, Donna. Rhonda says, "Gotta have my steak." Okay, Rhonda. Uchi on Facebook says, "Vegan sex study was the best DBL segment ever." And Rebecca says, "I want to know about Sam's vegan mac and cheese she loves." Ooh, it's really good. And it's just Amy's or Annie's.
That's your recipe, is a frozen mac and cheese? That's what you have for our viewers. You know what I like? Tombstone pizza, Jeff.
It's delicious.
Yes, it's great.
Erica, get in there.
It's embarrassing.
What?
I'm just surprised we're still on the air after that, all the sex talk, because, I mean, some of that stuff blew me away, so I'm quite sure.
The people need to know, Erica. That's what we're here for.
We're going to have a meeting.
Well, I'm going to have a salad for lunch, and you know what that means tonight.
Wow. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.